Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are the channel that just covers more live wrestling than anyone else out there. And we're back on a Feel Good Friday. We got WWE Smackdown. We got AEW Rampage. Go home night in a lot of regards. So we're going to talk a lot about it. Lots to get into, lots of rumors, lots of news. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. We're going to have a fun one tonight, folks. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. Like I also said, we got SmackDown, we got Rampage on a weekend that will give us No Mercy and Wrestle Dream. So much to get into. Me and that pretty face are going to do it all. I will remind everyone out there, I'm Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. And that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick. And yes, we got a Feel Good Friday with Friday Night Smackdown, but we're showing No Mercy to Saturday, and we were having a wrestling dream on Sunday as well.
It was all a dream. We'll see.
I used to read Wrestling Observer magazine.
And actually, when we do talk about, welcome to everybody out there, by the way. Not to
Hey
be
there,
rude.
hi there, ho there.
Hope everyone out there is having a wonderful week. You put the whole week in the books. Friday is upon us, and we got a wonderful weekend ahead. So we're going to get into all of everything. And at some point, when we do talk about Wrestle Dream and what could happen there, I got a new funny theory.
Oh, well, we got time. Don't, you can't just tease this here. I mean, unless we're doing what we call in the biz a tease.
Right. Well, maybe a little bit of a tease, but I'm not that good at it. So I'll throw it out there. As far as Wrestle Dream goes, so the big topic right now is the mask and the new era and what's happening and who is it and da-da-da. I did see a thread today that really was pushing the idea that it could be Tony Khan.
Could you imagine?
That's what I thought. Could you imagine?
Vince Russo should be on his knees praying for whatever deity he believes that happens, because Tony Khan will then take the mantle of the worst booker in pro wrestling.
Could you imagine the new era is like heel Tony Khan? Tony Khan turns on everybody. He's got his own little faction.
He does a spin on it, and he's trying to make MJF the Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh yeah. My God. It's so insane that I think he could do it, though. That's the thing. I'm like, all right, now the gears start turning, the clock starts ticking.
Yeah, initially when I read it, I was like, wait a minute. And I kind of had the epiphany that you had of like, wait a minute, if they do this right, it's going to be
which is more believable. And I'll pull the audience with shout out Dale, Steve, Hagen, Leanne, Kyle, Greg, Tater, and Bash 8, everybody else that's here right now early, everything. But which is more likely, that Tony Khan's fucking idiot savant, a fucking playing 4D chess out there, and Cole's injury is all a work, it's all kayfabe, and it's Adam Cole underneath it, or that it's Tony Khan.
Tony and Adam Cole.
I feel like it's more likely, honestly, that Tony Khan's the one under the mat. That was the little man bun everybody spotted. It's just his
it's just his hair.
The chia pet popping out.
No, I mean, it's funny. And again, it's like next thing he'll be sitting there on screen being like, I didn't fire Punk. Punk fired Punk.
Could he really? He could almost literally do that, though. And because I'm questioning, like, could he actually play a heel?
I think he could. I think he could play like the sniveling, spoiled rich kid.
No,
like, shut up or I'll drop my wallet on you.
He would play it just because he's such a fucking imbecile. And everything, that he would just be so blissfully ignorant.
They'd have to give him sunglasses.
That Vince McMahon of I didn't screw Brett screwed Brett. He'd go that route and literally would think he's pulling the right and just look like a madman.
Yeah, I mean, I do think they have to give him sunglasses if we're going to take him serious. But other than that,
blink his eyelids.
I mean, the front runners seem to be Adam Cole. A lot of people think it's Adam Cole. I know some people are hoping it's Edge. I know people are throwing out other WWE people, but
you have the theory it's the Bullet Club, which I still find interesting, just because of the MJF tie-in with the mask.
Yeah, that's where I'm more inclined to think it's Adam Cole, but just based on Wrestle Dream and it's this nod to Inoki, and there's all these stories out there that people are disappointed that there's not very much Japanese presence, which you and I talked about weeks ago when they announced this. We knew that it was on the same night as other promotions and that they weren't going to be able to book all the names they might want to.
Bless you. But yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm of the mindset that the person that we saw under the mask that night is not who we're going to get it revealed to be. Like, because that on one hand, that's respectful and disrespectful because of how scrawny that dude in the mask was.
Yeah.
For that people to instantly think that that's David Finlay or Adam Cole. It's like, well, you must think these dudes are really small. Then that's why Tony Khan's believable.
Yep.
And two, I think that was just a on the cuff, on the fly. It's good on him because it's probably been the best positive thing talked about AEW in months,
story wise. And and just quickly before I kind of add to that thought is, I completely agree with you. Of at least it's being talked about, it's noteworthy, and I 100% agree. Like if I was booking it, if you were booking it, it would be local enhancement talent, usually security guards in those suits, because then it leaves no hint at who it really is. You could make it anybody.
Now, granted, you're going to get the conspiracy theorist who's got their tinfoil hat, to quote Tony Khan, and pushes up their glasses, and well, the guy that they had it in originally was super skinny, and this clearly is a different person. So they're two different entities. Like, relax. But I think that was very on the fly, on the cuff. So it's very, like you said, get local guys to just sit there and play retribution.
Mm-hmm. Well, some people were saying the one guy definitely looked like Roddy Strong. I said, that's just Adam Coughlin.
I saw Luna with he's still wearing his neck brace. Which I will not be putting on my neck brace.
No, don't do it.
No.
But yeah, I mean, very interesting. And again, it's got us talking. We're opening our show tonight talking about it. But yeah, I mean, it's in a show that at times, and I know Tony thinks contrary, but in a show that does lack cohesive story, this might be a little bit all over the place, but it's compelling. It makes me want to find out what the answer is.
Well, absolutely, absolutely. But let's talk to the peoples here. Well, speaking of how we thought it could be Tony, it's Tony's Dark Nightmares. That's what that mask is. It's his Willow.
Are you gonna change your name to Tony's white or light dreams from Sunday?
Pause.
Right. You're gonna tone it down a little.
I think Tony has a lot of white dreams. I think he's been accused of having a lot of white dreams.
I've been dreaming of
it's the man behind the mask. And I just started going, it's the man in the box.
Sorry, I got distracted by Britney Spears dancing with knives. What is anyway? What is happening?
And now back to fighting frizzies.
Yeah, she's.
I've got TMZ, so I could believe that's
what it was. Happening. It was like, what the fuck is this? LA Knight expected to return tonight. Welcome back, Alexis. Dude, we talked about it last week where that ending segment went forever. John Cena just took a beating and took more of a beating, and then more of a beating.
Again, as we saw with AEW a little bit, with how we had a promo and we still had a promo, and then we went to commercial and came back and still had a promo. Some of the times they don't know how to pivot when things go sideways last minute.
Yeah, and I'm still torn about that because of the way the end of the show happened. Was it just stack booking of like, okay, we have to address this and we'll address and set up this new story? Because I still felt like, and I know some people bagged on me because I was a bit negative, quote unquote, but I really thought that you could, like, if you're going to build to Jay White at Full Gear, well, then let's get to Wrestle Dream and then go from there with the new story. Like, you're still telling a story. Now it's all kind of intertwined. So it's a little messy, but
it comes down to pivoting because of Cole's injury, and I think you're setting up of we can't do the tag thing anymore because he's probably going to lose it at Wrestle Dream unless he's straight Super MJF's it instead of Super Cena's.
How bad
and
for the
retains
Righteous
the belt. And then that's cool. The Righteous, the Wyatt tribute act is dead in the water.
Done.
Or dead in the swamp.
Dead in the swamp. Get out of my swamp already.
Get out of the swamp. They need to. If they lose to MJF 2-on-1, and granted, it doesn't help MJF. It's your world champ. He's in a handicap match. He's in a nothing match in the mid card, maybe opening match on a tribute show. So I think we're really all right. We're going to go back to pivoting on. We're focusing on MJF, and that's why I think too we could get heel MJF.
Yep. Yeah, you're still leaning on that. And for those who haven't caught our prediction, you're still kind of leaning on the idea that MJF could in fact be the devil.
I think that. I think it's everything with Adam Cole was so upfront and so obvious that it was it feels to me such a red herring because it's so blatant. Like, granted, AEW would do some shit that's so blatant, but at the same time, I'm trying to give them at least some credit.
Okay. Because I mean, even like if
Cole's on the sidelines, why not do you run with a baby? Would you rather run with a baby face MJF or a heel MJF?
I think Tony likes him as a baby face. He likes the kangaroo, fucking karate and
does it hit the same without Cole to play off of?
No, I agree.
Cole or MJF at this point is not established as a solo baby face.
I would agree with that. I mean, again, I think his best work is when he's an absolute heel, when he's a devilish, troublemaking asshole, and really delivers that regard.
It all comes down to the line. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Yeah, I think the devil might get the wool pulled over his eyes this time. And again, it was very interesting because we're
going to have to wait 3 to 6 months for it.
Yeah, I mean, if Adam Cole's injuries are legit, which they all seem to be legit, I did read some rumors that he could potentially be involved without being useful.
There's so many different jokes and avenues I could go there. I'm gonna just push and say you can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
Right. Hagen, welcome back. We always going live, buddy. What's up, Leanne? How you doing? Kyle's back. Good to see you. Greg.
Got all the names popping off.
Tater.
We even got Tater.
They call me.
Are you Ron Tater Salad White?
Both.
You caught me. You caught the Tater.
You caught the Tater. What's up, Bash 8? How you doing? Adam Cole, baby. TK in the ring. Come on, guard.
Come on, guys. Yeah, no, he doesn't have to take bumps.
No, not in the ring.
I think TK could potentially, or at least as bad, sell a stunner as
I was going to say
at WrestleMania the last time.
Yeah.
So
we watched Vince turn into a cardboard box every time he took a move. So I think Tony could pull it off. And see, you think, what is the next level? Once you have all your toys and you're buying all the wrestlers you can, what's the next kind of rush? Or that, he gets those big pops when he's out there dancing. And
honestly, I'm amazed that he's had the self-restraint to not do that now that you say that. Because 100%, he's like, well, what's better than playing with the action figures than if I'm in the ring with the action figures?
He's like, when I was
I'm part of the story.
Yeah. And I'm sure when he was a kid sitting in his fucking room playing with his $1 million toys, he was part of the story.
And now that he said he feared for his life when he does the whole I pissed myself storyline like Austin and Vince did when Austin had the prop gun to him and everything, it'll actually be fully believable that man really did that.
I feared for my life. You really did.
For my life.
We believe you. And you get the, it was me, Maxwell. It was me all along.
Could you imagine?
Everyone
on one hand, still, I almost feel like I'm giving that man too much credit on that.
Yeah, for anyone who stops in here and says that we don't like AEW, we just spent 15 minutes solid fantasy booking AEW,
right? And literally propping up Tony Khan in the ring. So
we're like, fuck it.
We were fantasy booking Tony Khan. If that doesn't sound like, hey, I think these guys might like AEW.
Imagine, though, all these guys come running out at the end of Wrestle Dream or at some point in a Wrestle Dream, and they're all like beating up MJF and holding him down, and the devil comes walking out, and it's it was me.
Now I'm already just moving down far enough. Tony says, could you guys talk about AW more than anything else? What?
Right? Now we're going to get flacked the other way. It's SmackDown night,
guys. But I'm just waiting for like a Moxley Tony Khan match now.
What's up, Joe? What's up, Steve? Yeah, right? He'd look like
I think it's Vincent. It could. I've floated also halfway the idea. I think actually I was talking to Tony about this earlier.
Okay.
Could we see potentially the Righteous become like the Devil's disciples or whatever under MJF and everything?
Interesting. Under MJF, I don't know, because I really don't think it's him. But
fair enough.
I don't know. I mean, you got to fill in the numbers if you go the other way. So yeah, would they? But he has a handicap.
I saw people saying it could be the Pinnacle. Now think about it. FTR just lost Punk. So now they've got something set up for them.
Yeah, shit changes, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you're stuck there now. You signed what 5-year deals? You got Collision now all to yourself. Sean Spears ain't doing shit. No one looked as big and beefy though as Wardlow, so that would be a hard change.
Yeah, nobody was Wardlow backstage.
Yeah.
So we'll call a stunt double on that one. What's up, Steve? He thinks it's Vincent as well. I don't think it's Vincent. I don't know though. Is that too strong? Like out of left field, it would be crazy.
Well, you had people thinking that it was Kyle O'Reilly, which we still don't know his medical clearance. I wouldn't be. I'm surprised not too many people have said Bobby Fish.
I kind of threw it out there that it could be, especially with the new era of AEWs coming this way, which is funny because it's an old era of another company,
right?
So, could it be O'Reilly and Fish and Adam Cole? Yeah, I think we could do something. Roddy, they're all back together.
Could be. Joe, what up? Corey saying, what's up, fellas? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Right. Boston, hello, ladies.
Hello, Boston.
Right.
Boston,
Steven,
you ready?
Elimination Chambers, what's up, KJ and Nix? Yes, we got your name, my guy. Appreciate you.
What's up, Chambers?
Mike, that's Mr. Khan. He's in the lower power. He's the lower power instead of the higher power in the MJF mask. It was me, Maxwell. It was me all along. So Mike's right on there with you. He might have been the one that started that rumor.
It'd be funny if it was all crazy, just some crazy work. I'm all for the chaos. Let's go.
I like how Steve G's like, yes, they do. Like, come into our aid. Like, yes, they do talk more than AW.
You can't win.
Yeah.
But we are going to talk about. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's not a bad name. Devil's Rejects.
Pretty close. Right on the nose with that one. I think it might be copyrighted, though.
The Righteous promo had something in it that we're missing. I don't know. Kevin, what up? Alexis, valid point. Does FTR really need MJF? Valid point.
No.
But I think to carry Collision, you need a Maxwell. You need a star.
Maxwell is a star. He is their biggest draw.
In that company, he's not just a star. He's a goddamn constellation.
There you go. That's high endorsement. And I agree with you. Like, he's as big as it gets for that company. I do think FTR continues to not. I think it's more likely it's Tony Khan than the Pinnacle's coming back.
Valid. I will give you that. I will cede that point. I think I did. What do you think you did? Is that TK saying I think I wrote a good show. I think I wrote a good show. I think I wrote a good show. Keep it blaze. Yo, it's the tag stream champs of the world. What's up, my guy? But so since we're not going to talk about AEW the whole time, should we talk about how we're getting the payoff potentially to what you predicted a while ago about Rey Mysterio putting the U.S. title on the line against Escobar?
Yeah, Nick, I think long awaited a little bit as this story has progressed. It'll be very interesting how tonight plays out. Does it lead into something else? Do we get another, does this lead to a potential Fastlane match? Like, not a lot known for Fastlane yet.
Well, here, I know you're going to probably do a thing here. Let me pull up the Fastlane card here real quick.
I'll be 2 seconds, sir.
You're good. You're good. They're just gonna have to deal with me trying to type here for half a second. There we go. Well, how you doing, folks? I'm trying to pull up the Fastlane card right now here as KJ takes a break because he was saying how there wasn't a lot really built. Yeah, there's only 2 matches announced. You've got Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which is a last man standing match, but it's also really interesting because, spoiler alert, I've seen it floated around that Seth versus Gunther is going to be the dark match tonight. So I know obviously we're not going to see it. A, hell of a match. B, I'm also interested to see if that's potentially what they're going to build for the next feud coming out of this. Like, does Seth retain in a last man standing match, which I feel bad for Shinsuke then at that point. But if Seth retains, do we get Gunther then drops the title and goes after Seth? I mean, I know we've wanted Gunther to drop the title and go after the world title, but Seth also, he needs to be like his buddy Moxley and take a pause there. I feel like he deserves a vacation. I'll say that. And then we've got Cena versus the Bloodline, which still I think tonight is when we get, and I almost think it works better tonight setting it up because it's a little bit closer and everything as you have LA Knight reveal himself to be the partner with John Cena. And you're going to get that huge pop of LA Knight showing up and being involved. So I think that's works. But yeah, the U.S. title getting defended between Ray and Escobar. It could set up something for Fastlane. We're still, it's next Saturday, not this Saturday that we're getting Fastlane. Maybe, I know KJ was predicting that Escobar turns heel, all of that. I think we can start to see hints of that tonight. Maybe we get a triple threat or a fatal 4-way or something at Fastlane, and that's what really, kicks it into high gear. But Bonkers, the righteous in action on Rampage so they can get a win before they lose to MJF. Oh, don't you say that. But Bonkers, what up? Yeah, I know they're on Rampage tonight. Do we get, who wins, who benefits in that situation if we get Super MJF and he wins a 2-on-1 handicap match? Does that make him more spiteful then or anything of, well, see, I don't need Adam Cole. I did it on my own. That maybe reverts him back to the devil type aspect. But you also bury the shit out of the righteous at that point, I feel. Unless, because you can't turn them babyface and have them go after MJF or join up and with the kingdom or anything. This story's got so many fucking layers to it. There's your Shrek reference. That it's just so, it's the best story that AEW's done in a while. It's just also, it's provocative. No one knows what it means, but it gets the people going. Honestly, I feel like that's how it is. I think Ray wins tonight, and now here's the question: who do you want to see turn heel, Ray or Escobar? Ray is probably never turning heel, honestly, at this point, especially at this point. If he was going to turn heel, he would have done it when Dom was getting big in the Judgment Day and everything. If he was going to turn heel, he would have been there and done that by now. So I think it's got to be Escobar. We go back to maybe like a heel LWO, which would be interesting. So you'd have your mid-card title held by a heel faction, and for the long time being your world title held by a heel faction. So be interesting booking. Sets up to make a lot of baby faces on SmackDown, but I think Escobar is the better option to turn heel. Paul, what up? Tony saying MJF is AEW. About there, pretty much, especially now that they fired Chick Magnet Punk. What the fuck is Grip Garrison? I asked Pillman Jr. and asked Tony Khan and asked Julia Hart because I honestly don't know. I don't know what the fuck he is. I don't know where he is. I don't even respectfully know why he is. I certainly don't know why he's still signed to AEW. I'll tell you that. Last time I felt like this was when the Wyatt 6 stuff came out. Okay, Tony. So you think it could go? So I'm interested. So you think it's going to go whole? They're going to go just full like Wyatt tribute act almost with the Righteous in AEW. That's actually not a terrible shout because I mean that's one thing if Tony can do is just try and copy WWE storylines. Just saying. But that's not a bad shot if they really have to fucking pull it around. But that would be interesting. That would be interesting. And Garrison is in ROH. Well, respectfully, I feel like at this point that might as well be AW Dark or Dark Elevation. Oh, Corey saying the person in the mask was Griff Garrison. You wait in like 20 years after it's revealed to be someone entirely different. Like I said, it's who we saw in the mask on Wednesday is not who's ultimately going to end up being revealed as the person in the mask. So could you imagine like 20 years, he's doing some shoot interview or something like that. And he mentions that like the first night that they did that angle, he was the one in the mask. That would be fucking hilarious. Terrence, what up? The Baltimore Orioles are world champions. Let's hear it for Maryland. What? They have not won any sort of a World Series, my guy. Not in any recent memory to my knowledge. Yeah, you're gonna have to explain that. That made no sense. Sky Blue can help Julia Hart beat Chris Statlander for the TBS Championship on Sunday at Wrestle Dream and join the House of Black. Well, she'd be black and blue then? What? Well, Chris, what up, by the way? But also, if you go and watch our predictions video, that all of us, the whole faction that caused the action here, Miss Luna, Anthony, our resident ringsider insider, KJ and myself all did our predictions for Wrestle Dream, and I was the only one that predicted Statlander. I think there's a lot of momentum behind Julia Hart. I went on record saying it then, and I'll say it again now. Julia Hart did a better transition from a cheerleader gimmick to a spooky goth chick, way better than Alexa Bliss did. So there's a ton of momentum behind her. I just think that they're really behind Stat, especially after the whole Jade showed up and then turned around and left right after that. And I know Chris could drop it and go for the big belt, but honestly, with right now, with the way that they've booked the TBS Championship, I almost kind of feel like that's the big belt now. If I'm being honest, I think that's almost more the prominent women's championship in AEW. I'm very interested in Eddie Kingston versus Rocky Romero tonight on Rampage. Well, speaking of a Rocky and I was going to say Romeo.
A Rampage.
Coming in on a Rampage.
Coming in on a Rampage. Right now I got
Ping Pong KJ.
So, Nick, I got now.
Oh, I literally... I have commercial.
All right. Let me know when you get to now. Dream on. Oh, not to the Orioles. That's a baseball question. Okay.
Yeah, if you haven't already, make sure like the stream, help with the algorithm for life.
Yeah, click that little heart thing, whatever that is.
Yeah, you got all the emojis. I got now.
Okay.
I have forever. Together.
No, I don't got together yet.
Well, no, I didn't even realize that. I just was saying something rhyme with forever. Yes, now I have together.
Together forever. Let's go, folks. We are going to continue to be live. I was going to say we are going live, but we're
going live as we're already live. In case you didn't know,
we're always live.
We're always about the show.
Oh, this is a new intro. Okay. A little, right?
Yeah. Well, at least the new video package. I'll give you that.
See, somebody had reported Edges in it. I didn't see Edge. Did anyone else see Edge?
I saw no Edge.
I saw no Edge, just perimeter.
Hi, Nick. I think Julia Hart winning Chris 27-0. What? Julia Hart, why would you give her 27 wins and lose? Oh, so you're the only person, Rally. Not any AEW staff or anybody has been keeping track of, I guess, Julia Hart's record of apparently she's allegedly 27-0.
27-0, yeah.
Also wonder who's facing Soraya next. Tony Storm.
Tony Storm's still on that radar. Has to be.
Yeah. Next, Ruby Soho or Sheeta on Rampage. What's good?
Oh yeah, they got a number one contender match tonight. Do they not?
I have John Cena on a warpath getting advertised. I'll tell you that. Let me look at Ruby Soho versus Hikaru Shida for a shot at the AEW Women's Championship tonight.
There you go. And also tonight we're gonna get Charlotte Flair versus Bayley, two of the 4 horsewomen taking on each other tonight.
Right.
And Ray, we talked about this.
One of Mysterious.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took them so long to get here, but we'll see what happens. They kind of teased a little dissension last week, but then they hugged it out. So we'll see.
Right. AB, what up? Todd saying, I made it. Yes, you did. What's up, KJ and Big Nate? What up, Gilly? JV Corner is going to make his debut at Wrestle Dream. Yeah, no, it's going to be Ledge. By God, it's Ledge.
I like Perimeter.
I saw that too. So we're kicking it off with
the bloodline
of Solo, Paul, and Jay's the fucking hype man that you need to no, bro, we got this. Calm down, relax, act like you've been here before.
It's like the little yappy dog and the big bulldog from the old movie.
Jimmy Uso has somehow managed to turn into Scrappy Doo.
Right.
And notice how he's got the blank, Hanes tank top here because he can't wear he hasn't been jumped in. He's got to get reinitiated. He can't wear the bloodline colors.
Well, apparently Roman still hasn't officially approved this. And again, I don't really love how everything played out here. If we're being critical and equally critical for storytelling, the fact that Jimmy caused all the shit and then just was like, never mind.
Oh, they fucked this whole story up. Let's keep it a buck. It's even Cody said it. I think it was either this week or last week of, let's be honest, guys. I don't think we're in the 3rd inning anymore.
I love it. I like that. I like it. Because that's insider baseball, that comment. I like it a lot.
That's that nice little nudge and wink.
Right.
Isaac saying John Cena. Brandon, what up? Brooklyn Joker, do you think Escobar turns on Ray tonight? I think we start to get the tease. And
I don't know if it goes all the way tonight, but I think there'll be definitely something.
Right. As Heyman's getting the Callus treatment, the Dom treatment. Heyman.
Is that almost insulting to Paul to say he's getting the Callus treatment? That's the Paul treatment.
But you know what I mean.
I know.
It's like he doesn't have to work for the booze, though.
No. Now, apparently, we're not getting Roman until the week after.
In this hellhole known as
right.
Trying to figure. I don't even know exactly what they're saying. Doink the Clown versus the Boogeyman.
I'm coming to get you.
And then Terrence saying, you will acknowledge the bloodline. So you should acknowledge us and make sure you hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification because you never know when we're going to pop up. And also, we got the merch store, we got the TikToks, we got the Twitters, we got the Instagrams, we got anything and everything for you. We even got the fantasy footballs and the fantasy hockeys and all that, too.
Much to our chagrin at times.
Yeah, a little bit.
But listen, I'll acknowledge the bloodline when the leader of the bloodline shows the fuck up to work.
The second greatest of all time, John Cena. That's not a bad show.
Oh, okay.
Now, I've heard that Roman's not shown up to like mid-October.
I heard it was the first SmackDown after Fastlane because they'll start to build for Survivor Series at that point.
Yeah, so that would be, well, that's okay. So that's still second week of October.
Yeah. So that's the specific date of it, Nick. And I think, interesting, right? We're going to go through this pay-per-view. We're going to need some matches added to Fastlane quick. And, we're getting a replay.
Well, yeah, I did mention that while you're on your pause, if I could see the U.S. title match tonight getting added to that in like a triple threat form or anything like that. Because right now we've only had 2 matches advertised for the show or announced for the show.
Right. Look, they're giving us like the classical music.
Does WWE need to like renew their like copyright free music fucking subscription or something, because now we're just all of a sudden we're getting Beethoven's Fifth and all of this shit coming out here.
Would there be any chance McAfee could be seen as partner at Fastlane? No chance.
It would be amazing, but just personally for me, just for the pop, but at the same time, then you're gonna lose.
Oh, you think they lose if they have McAfee?
Where do you go if John Cena and Pat McAfee win? Is Pat McAfee going to take on the tribal chief? Respectfully, and I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but yeah.
No, not at all. I think there's not much chance of that happening. I think it is, it was supposed to be, and it's still going to be LA Knight, and hopefully we'll get some answers to that tonight.
Right. As Damien's saying, I think LA Knight interrupts Jimmy. As Terrence is it really true that LA Knight has been fired? No. And stop reading Meltzer and Alvarez.
Did somebody say that? Shit.
If they did, stop reading them immediately.
Unfollow.
Right. And this is why you need to tune in here, because we give you the actual story. We give you every version of it.
Even the fantasy side of it.
Right.
So check this out. Santo Escobar turns on Ray tonight. Then Dom Mysterio comes out, hugs Ray, and then they have a tag team match, Dom and Ray. And Brooklyn. I think that's too easy peasy.
No.
And why would you do that?
It's too much. You're putting a hat on a hat on a hat on a hat.
Well, and why would you take Dom out of that heel role?
I didn't even get that far with it. I was just more of, you're just crossing all of the wires unnecessarily. Larry's saying, I acknowledge my Wrasslin for Life Network family.
What's up, Larry Mack?
As we acknowledge you, and you should acknowledge us.
Absolutely. Roblox back in the house.
As Wrasslin be with you, and also with you.
Right. I believe he's scheduled to be back tonight, Roblox, but we'll see. You don't have COVID forever.
Yeah, forever. No, it was last week that he had to miss, and they, like I said earlier, we said in the pre-show that they just couldn't find a way to, pivot.
I like this one, JV.
He'd be phenomenal in it.
I think so.
But if you do that, I feel like he's got to be the bad guy.
Oh.
He's not a secondary bad guy. He is the bad guy.
Right. Now, Paul letting everyone know John Cena is not scheduled to be here tonight. You can't see John Cena.
Which means he will show up tonight.
Which means he should be here any minute now.
Exactly. As AJ Styles is lying in a hospital bed.
Yeah.
As Jay's calling for the mic, Jimmy. And every time, it's so funny because you can tell how much Jimmy pisses off Ball.
You can definitely. Oh, shit. Yeah, so, I still feel like there's a catch here with Jimmy, right? He seems like he's back, but is he back?
He's LeVar Ball to fucking the Ball family right now. 100% of just literally he's the P. Diddy all up in the video.
Yeah, definitely feeling a little ballish. Definitely feeling a little ballish, Nick.
Pause.
What if it's the Rock Cena partner? I mean, it would blow the roof off the place, but I think they're saving the Rock for Roman. But it'd be a good way to
have the Rock and John Cena take on Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso at Fastlane. What?
Enough said.
What?
Puff, what's up, wrestling friends? See the Puff. I got stuck on the Puff. Jay Boy,
you gotta pass that shit.
I got a little cough. There you go.
So Anderson out here right now. So it looks like we're gonna get Jimmy Uso versus Carl Anderson coming up here as he dumps out. He dumped out Solo and now he dumps out Jimmy.
There you go. Somebody, Keyshawn, you just asked about the OC. The other one.
Yeah, you know me.
Gallows apparently got a shoulder injury, but Anderson looks like he's willing to go. I'm down to watch him.
It's been a hot minute, honestly, since we've seen either Carl Anderson or Luke Gallows in the ring. Keep it a buck. And these were still the guys that were the Good Brothers in New Japan that got that big deal from WWE initially.
Look, so Paul's trying to hold them back. Watch, Jimmy's going to go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Paul told.
Oh, no. So
okay,
told Jimmy, handle this, or I'm about to handle this for you. So this is, tell him do it.
So Jimmy, hey, listen, sign me up. Jimmy Uso versus Carl Anderson. If
Why is Jimmy's new taunt like he's shooting dice on a fucking
it's his thing, man. I don't know what's happening. Looks like he always wants a high five, but no one's around. What's up, Dirk? How you doing? Pro Wrestling Noah is interested in working with WWE.
And I have heard that, and I've heard people make the jokes of, especially with Triple H of, do you want to buy a Japanese promotion? No. But at the same time, if Hunter's right now in charge of WWE, he's almost the Dana White of the WWE. So if New Japan was potentially up for sale, like everybody thinks Tony Khan's bought it, you don't think Hunter would fucking throw his hat in the mix like that, and we'd hear them both trying to fucking bid for that? It's not like it's a silent fucking auction.
At minimum, I'd imagine they would be involved in the bidding just to push the bidding up, even if they didn't get it. But look at all the money they have right now, and I know Tony's got his own.
Sold for $9 billion.
No, you're not wrong, man. I mean, Tony's, again, that's why maybe there's a deeper partnership here, and that's partly what led me to think, like, is this like a New Japan invasion angle? Like, Tony Khan loves the New Japan angles and the New Japan shows and the Forbidden Doors. And could it happen? Yeah, that's why I think it might be David Finlay and crew. I don't know if that's a big enough pop.
He can not only fuck up one company, he can fuck up two companies and just ruin Japanese wrestling. Awesome. Thanks. I don't. That's the thing.
It's like when your neighbor catches
fire. You're going over
there.
It's so restrictive. I don't feel. What? Sorry.
It's like when your neighbor's house catches fire and you're just watching it blow over onto yours. Like, motherfuck.
Go that way. Go that way. And by the way, that's your brief moment of ASMR with Wrestling for Life Network.
There you go.
Of us just blowing in the microphones. Mr. Wonderful evening, dudes.
What's up?
Crazy Eyes. What is Tony Khan?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I've never noticed.
Crazy Eyes, so I was just
I was being a smart ass.
Association.
I was being a smart ass of like, what do you mean? I've never noticed.
You're right. My eyes are completely normal. Luke Gallows is injured. Tan says, where's Braun Strowman? He had
neck surgery.
Neck fusion surgery.
Yeah, that's a big neck to put back together.
Yeah, it's like fucking putting a fucking T-Rex neck back.
Carl Anderson, Jimmy Uso. All right. Damn Solo. Like we're just naming out who's on the screen. Like everyone gets a point.
Well, we got Carl gonna get destroyed. I was clicking on Christopher saying sup KJ Nick of going with, well, we're just naming everybody that's on screen.
Right. We're just naming off people.
Joshua, I don't think so. I think the bloodline come back. I'm gonna just say thumbs up.
Well, I mean, Roman's got to return in a couple of weeks. We'll see. I have a feeling whatever happens with the bloodline at Fastlane, it's unsuccessful. So Roman's going to return pissed off, and it's going to be Jimmy's fault.
Don't worry. Wait until Survivor Series when we get Team Can't Beat Roman versus the Judgment Day.
I can't wait, man. It's the Buffalo Bills of fucking War Games teams. Close, but no cigar.
Did you really? Sorry, Daniel. Hi, how you doing? Did you really, as a Toronto Maple Leafs fan,
rough,
sit there and say that to me? Pot meat fucking kettle.
Well, all I can say in my defense is we don't even make the finals. At least you made the finals 4 times. So
then that's LeBron James fucking MJ defense of why LeBron's not the GOAT and MJ is. It's like, well, LeBron made it X amount of times. Well, he lost. Cool. Well, he fucking made it.
2 count by Carl Anderson, folks. We will take your your
hockey or your Toronto or your Buffalo predictions.
Yeah, and got any sports town jabs you want to make a sports team you don't like? Throw it in there. Let's go.
Right. Well, go Leafs go. I think does that count as a jab because y'all don't really go or go.
We're going. We're gonna win the cup this year. It's our year, damn it.
Well, I remember Boston saying the other night of how many years is it the year?
Fuck. I can't even say Boston and Toronto in the same sentence without me getting a fucking PTSD.
Yeah, that's hard. That's got to be hard there.
So
Joseph saying CM Punk and John Cena. Oh,
CM Punk's the guy in the mask.
We keep giving this man way too much credit.
I know.
We're all coming up with way better ideas than what they're gonna do. So prepare to be disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't make sense if it was CM Punk jumping. I mean, I guess the angle is he jumped.
Yes, it would. Fuck you. CM Punk FTR, CM FTR.
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody else.
I didn't connect those dots. I didn't connect that.
But I put on the MJF mask because I'm gonna fucking unify the titles. 100%. That's the thing. We're giving this man way too much credit. We're booking it way better than they ever could.
Oh, Jay! Wow. All right, there you go. It's over.
Oh. I slammed my hand on the desk and something fell. So
this man wrecking the fucking place.
Bringing down the gaff.
Came in like a wrecking ball. Carl to be sacrificed. Yeah, he pretty toasty. Not exactly the match I was hoping for these two because they can both really wrestle, but they're Jimmy with a big win.
It's a stepping stone amongst the story, so it's not going to be a fucking burn down the house.
Right. There's a new theory for you.
It's Stokely Hathaway. No, too tall. Trust me, I was literally when Luna was sending out the picture as we got Jimmy and Solo now jumping Carl Anderson. But when Luna was sending out the picture of Roddy in the fucking allegedly Roddy in the neck brace, I was trying to do height comparisons of like, no, I had to Google Roddy's height and be like, no, he's way shorter.
What about the theory that it's Britt in the mask on behalf of Adam Cole?
No, because she didn't grab at anyone's fucking jaw or anything.
She didn't do the mandible. CM Punk
that would be insane, though. See, we keep writing better storylines than they're ever going to do.
Yep. Unless it's New Japan, CMLL, MLW, and AEW for Max. No, I think that'd be crazy.
No, I think it's going to just be AEW's going to Max.
Oh, here's Yim
with the yams,
lapping the shit out of Jimmy.
What did the Mitchin say to the face?
What did the Mitchin say to the face? Where's Trinity? Where's Trin? Damn.
we're literally we're like freeze frame. Like, are we watching inside of Jimmy Uso's mind right now? Because no one else was moving except for him just going, damn. They really sold that slap. Like, I don't know if they were just delayed getting Kathy Kelly into position or whatnot, but they didn't want to have someone show up and go and take 22, clap.
They were just like, hold him. He was like, okay, we get it. Smack the shit.
Like I said, they didn't want take 22, clap.
Right. We got Santos.
And by that, he means Escobar.
Yes.
Kathy Kelly, respectfully. If it's Britt, I'm done. I don't blame you.
I'm with you.
Mustafa Ali and Dolph Ziggler is going to Impact. I think Ali would be more likely to go to Impact. Ziggler, if he still continues to wrestle, he's going to AEW.
Yeah, and I still think that Ali would be a nice fit in AEW. I just worry he gets lost like other people. Like he ends up in that mid-card purgatory that a bunch of people are in.
Wait, who? Ziggler?
No, Ali.
Oh, yeah, no. If Ali goes to AEW, he's in mid-card hell. If he goes to Impact, he's world champ material.
Yeah, no, it's true. If you can figure it out.
The only thing that connects people with saying that Ali's going to go to AEW is because Danielson said he wants to work with them. Cool. So have like 2 matches and then he'll just, sit on the fucking bench like he did in WWE.
So up next, the Waller effect with Bobby Lashley tonight. So this will be very intriguing. I didn't exactly love what we saw last week anyway with the Private Party with Street Profits.
Bobby and the Profits.
Yeah, I don't think they should. How do you feel with the idea that they're being non-committal about whether or not they're just with them or not?
I don't know, but I'm getting a video package right now for Tiffany Stratton, so I'm fully committed on that. I think it's very interesting, very awkward of what they're doing already with Bobby and the Street Profits and everything. It's so weird because it's so like everybody wanted this when they were going with it, and then they're like randomly out of nowhere starting to kind of pull back on it before they even let it go. Like so weird. They're hampering themselves out of the gate.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But we are in a commercial break, folks, and I think someone's about to take an epiphany.
Speaking of breaks,
yeah. So Nick's gonna take a pause for the cause. We're rolling through just under the half-hour mark here tonight. Up next, the Waller effect with Bobby Lashley. We'll see how this plays out. And you guys can let me know, how do you feel like the Hurt Business is tying back into everything as far as storyline goes? Are you surprised that there's hesitation now from the Street Profits? My personal opinion is you should have ran status quo with the Street Profits. You had an opportunity just to have them all unified, all on the same page. You knew what you signed up for, and just go. I don't need, a psychological, confliction on whether or not they're going to, be bad or good. Just do it. War Games. Yeah, I hope so. It looks like, last week, or this week, actually, Raw ends with, 4 baby faces, the Judgment Day on the outside. It feels like it's shaping up to have that potential. At this time of year, it could be a thing. And I hope it is. And Regal's kicking around somewhere. We even get a recording of him saying, War Games. Let's go. What do you think about NXT having a pay-per-view in December, NXT deadline? I like it. Usually in December is pretty quiet. So to have, NXT get another chance to go out on the road, get a pay-per-view in. And listen, Shawn Michaels right now, and if you guys haven't seen the reports, Shawn is super confident in what they're doing on Tuesdays. If you guys are here with us all the time, there's been a lot of high praise for NXT lately. It's getting better every week. The talent is getting better every week. Less bullshit, less silliness, more really good matches. He feels like it's the best 2 hours on TV each week. I wouldn't go that far. I think Nick might go that far. I'm still, I think it battles it out, and some weeks are better than others. However, it's been a good show. So giving them another pay-per-view, good on them. I think it'll be a good one. Deadline. Let's go. We'll be here live for it, Damien. Dolph Ziggler, brother, is up in AEW. Yeah, lots of talk about him being like a tag champ with his brother. It could work. It could help get his brother over. His brother's been in AEW for, I think, 3.5 years, and hasn't found a way to get himself on TV or get himself over. This would do it, I think. The Grayson Water, the Grayson Water effect. Guess Bobby Lashley up next. Yes. Waller. 1,000 points if you get the MK reference. There you go. Mortal Kombat. Did you? All right. NXT is the most consistent brand in wrestling right now. There you go. See, solid endorsement. A lot of people really liking it. Good to see you. Toxic, by the way. See Joshua Jobson's in the house. MDB99. Joseph, Paul, Brooklyn. What's up? Robert, welcome back. Who attacked Jay White? Promised to be an interesting storyline. Yeah, and I know a lot of people were bragging a little bit about this, like, oh, what a great thing. It's awesome, but it's the start of it. I want to see where it goes. I really think they have, Jimmy laying out people backstage. Rude. Paul Heyman. Call Roman Reigns. That's how we keep the champion relevant. Paul phoning him. If NXT continue to have good shows, it can be like AEW Collision, a third big show. I mean, I think it's there. I think Tuesdays is worth watching. And I think that, you know, if it continues, as you said, down this road, there's nothing wrong with it being consistent. I mean, if you're talking about what about the truth, if there's any truth to the rumors that NXT could potentially move into Wednesdays. Now you want that show clipping at full notch. You already have an established roster. You know what you're doing. It's not like the first time. And I mean, it really would be very interesting if they end up pushing it back that way. Could happen. And we got Grayson Waller. I'm kind of tired of Grayson Waller effect. I'm not going to lie. Alexis, you attacked Jay White. Was he in your swamp? Let me know. Rampage is expendable. Yeah, no shit. Expendable's an overstatement. It's just, I mean, just get rid of it. Let's move on. Memphis Wrestling is tomorrow. Nice, nice, nice. Collision is a big show. Well, you know, as far as what they're putting on, the quality of the show, I think it's been really good. Tony thought the last week was the best one ever. I don't necessarily feel that way, especially the week we got a 50-minute tag match, which tore the building down. Is still one of the best matches of the year. But I understand Tony's got a job to do and sell his company and promote it, even if it's delusional at times. But Waller is in the ring, for those who are wondering. Got a call. Then the Almighty Prophets. Got to call them the Mighty Prophets. I don't mind that. That's what I do in the video game, at least. But here comes Bobby now, speaking to the Almighty. The Street Profits need to break up. Montez Ford needs to be a singles champ. In time, I think getting into the faction. That's why I like the idea of being in the faction. And again, I think it opens an opportunity for Montez Ford to kind of have those single moments without necessarily leaving his partner. I don't know that they've done enough to break him up. Like, maybe they have, maybe they haven't. But at the end of the day, I'm not quite ready to give up on them as a tag team. Montez time will come, though. But we're getting a replay of last week where there was a miscommunication. And like I said, folks, I don't love it. Like, to be fair, I really wish they all just came in unified. Having Dawkins get rolled up by Ray sucks. And again, you signed up for Bobby. Like, what were you guys talking about? For all these weeks that you guys have been getting fancy suits and hanging out together, you didn't talk about your game plan. You didn't talk about win at all costs. It's a little bit meh for me. But here's Bobby looking like a high school gym teacher. NXT has passed up Raw and Dynamite. Wow. All right. All right. I think some weeks that's perfectly accurate, Steve. NXT is the most consistent. Got that one. If NXT continues to have good shows, got that one. All right, let's roll back down. Rick, welcome, 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 Rick. Tamina joining the Bloodline to fight Mia Yim. Do it. Let's go. We haven't seen Tamina at all in a hot minute. So last time I saw Tamina, she was in the parking lot with CM Punk. Tony Khan is the Lululemon. I'll give it to you. Where did Big Nick go? It wasn't my turn to watch him. He'll be back. He always comes back. He's like Bob. Don't worry about Nick. He's always here. I'm beyond tired of Grayson Waller effect. I'm with you. I'm with you, buddy. I find it, yeah, I don't know. I'd rather it just be a promo or put Michael Cole in the ring. Do something like that. These Waller effects are fucking awful. It's like palm trees for no reason. Right? The jacket and the glasses. He looks like he's a high school teacher. Grayson Waller on the main roster. I think it was a mistake. I don't necessarily feel like it was a mistake. I think there's opportunity there for Waller. He is young. He does just inherently get under people's skin. But we do have the Street Profits coming out in white suits. So I wonder, is that a tell? Are they still babyface at heart? Looking sharp, though. Like, why Dawkins got cold feet now? Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make sense. Like, if you're going to introduce them as a as a trio, they didn't have any idea that this was going to happen. The first match, the first opportunity, you have a chance to show the world how dominant you guys are. You didn't know, like, fuck, what? Like, that's just little things that didn't happen a lot before. Like, if somebody was going to be a heel, they bought into it. There was no like, I don't know. We see it all the time now. Like, everything's got to be thought of. Like, just do it. Fucking do it. You knew what was up. Lashley looks like a college professor who bounces. Exactly. Close. I was close. I said high school. Oh, and Bobby just walks off. What is this? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, you want in? You got to prove it. Wow. Okay, so he's giving them like the silent treatment, the dad treatment. There you go. There you go. Okay. So like those moments right there, Waller is, I think, pretty good with a little bit of a stare down between Austin and Bobby, which we both know, or we all know they have history. But yeah, I mean, him being on the main roster, I don't know that it's a mistake. I just think that doing the Waller effects all the time, just drown him out. We're like, fuck, we've heard this guy. Him and the Theory together is great. A huge decision, a good decision. I always enjoyed Dynamite and Collision. You would have to pay me to watch WWE. Robert, man, you're missing out. You're only watching half the story, my guy. Listen, there's some weeks that I can't stand WWE. There's other weeks I can't stand AEW. So don't cut yourself off. Don't cut yourself short. There's good stuff out there all the way around. Nia Jax will be in the bloodline. I don't think so, but man, would that be interesting? Kind of give her that bodyguard China kind of vibe. Good work. Bobby looks like what do you think about NXT adding Jordan versus Blair, Davenport to No Mercy Saturday? I think this might be a pre-show match. Maybe I'm wrong, Damien. I imagine this is just a win for Blair. I'm surprised it got added. Street Profits don't know if it's there you go. Not yet though. Oh no, it is. What the hell am I talking about? Definitely past it. Son of a bitch. But folks, we are back in a commercial break. Big Nick will be returning in a moment. We'll be rolling along. They're giving us a contract signing on Monday between Ciampa and Gunther live from San Jose. We will be here on Monday, but we're here all night long. We will be here for Rampage tonight. And then we're back tomorrow, Collision and No Mercy. Plus, we come back Sunday with Wrestle Dream. It's going to be an insane night, insane weekend. So make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe. I feel like we were getting very close to 100 likes on this stream tonight. So let's get us over the hump, and we appreciate it. We're hitting milestones by the minute. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. I do want to take 1 second before I go back to the chat. I want to say a huge congratulations going out to, let me remind myself, terrible person. Carson. Big congratulations to Carson, who won the AEW Wrestle Dream tickets. He will be live at the show on Sunday, so congratulations to him. Huge thank you to Matt Finney out there who sent those our way and gave us the opportunity to pay it forward. So shout out to that. Also, we'll remind everybody that our prediction title, or our predictions champion, will be defending that title twice this weekend at No Mercy, and then once again at Wrestle Dream. So tune in if you want to get your name on the screen for a few weeks. Oh, it would be 1 week this time. Speaking of names,
I was going to say, well, speaking of on the screen and also who can't do math, that would be me. But I guess also this is going towards somebody who can't pay attention. But also, yeah, no, I'm super glad that we were able to give those tickets away to everybody. Whether you've been here for a hot minute, been here for a short minute, 100%. As long as you follow the rules, you were able to throw yourself in there and everything. And I'm glad that we could send somebody to go and watch that live, because I still even remember when we were covering WrestleMania this year and everything. We had Sign Guy out there and everything.
Yeah, we did, and we're gonna have more of that. And like I said, we've had correspondence in the buildings for certain shows.
Facts.
We've been lucky that way. So yeah, even we have
this is what happens when you cover this much wrestling and you cover it this well.
And we are the channel that the wrestlers do watch. We have proof of that as well.
100%. I still don't know how I stand with Cole Radrick because of that. John, I hope Adam Copeland appears at Wrestle Dream. Do you think that that's going to happen? That we're going to get, by God, it's Ledge?
I still don't. I still struggle to believe that we're going to get it. I think this is a lot of, the dirt sheets and a lot of people kind of getting the cart before the horse again. Now, if it happens, crazy. We'll see what that means. But I don't know. I feel it's unlikely.
It's unlikely to me, and I think it's also part of why, like, as much as, well, Sylvie was saying, congrats to the winner, absolutely, 100%. But how we all knew the Jade Cargill news, but the second ESPN reported it, it felt like way bigger.
Yeah.
The dirt sheets have their sources, have their reports, but they can still be wrong 95% of the time and still be only right 5% of the time, and they're a credible source. So
yeah, right. It's insane. But I mean, we'll see how it plays out. Is it terrible if he shows up? No. But again, like you said though, like for somebody to go to WWE or vice versa, it just feels so much bigger when it's WWE that it's happening.
Right. Well, as I'm speaking of WWE, I'm getting a hype package for Dragon Lee, and very much his match with Dominic Mysterio on Monday was a showcase match. It was showing him off. Sorry.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt there, but I was going to say, so here's my theory. Santos becomes mean and bad.
Well, Dragon Lee's at ringside as he's going to be the special guest referee.
Right. And then I could see potentially Ray needing some assistance against Lowo, and Dragon Lee would be a good person to do it. Oh, shit. Theory giving Dragon Lee shit. Why are you here?
Well, I was almost halfway about to ask that with Cameron Grimes. I'm amazed we at least have it confirmed that Cameron Grimes has survived the budget cuts, but it's still weird that he's got the jobber entrance and everything when he was to the moon in NXT.
Yeah, he survived his trip to the moon and he's back, and we actually have Cameron Grimes on TV. Unfortunately, he's about to take a L.
But does he though? Could he get a win over Austin Theory? I will, for the sake of being difficult and all of that, I will take Cameron Grimes on a surprise cave in, roll up, what have you. Big back elbow.
Couple people saying Austin Theory for the win.
Well, that's the fairly obvious pick.
It might be. Is Edge all elite?
The other one didn't get an entrance. I think it's the obvious pick.
Yeah, no, I said it right out of the gate. He's about to eat it now.
Right.
Louis, how you doing? Oh, Louis, welcome on back. How you doing?
Louis. Oh no.
Louis is going to be there on October 18th, Dynamite. I'll have a shout sign. We'll be watching for him, my guy.
And that's the thing. You got to send us, if you go to a show with our merch on, with a sign, anything like that, if you're shouting us out, let us know, because we want to share that shit. We want to fucking shout you guys out as much as you guys shout us out.
Absolutely. Got Austin Theory for the win. I read that twice. Let's go down the way.
His Edge all elite. No.
I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, backflip suplex.
I got a bridging suplex for a 1, 2 count.
Those.
Okay, so I'm with you.
Yeah. Nick KJ, Jacob Fatu contract is up in October. Do you see him going to WWE? I think it would be great. There's an asterisk next to him, though.
There's a big asterisk next to him as Cameron Grimes just dumps Theory on the outside. Oh, big ass kick. Yeah, Jacob he'd be a big gamble for WWE to fucking put some money into. And that's just, I don't know the man personally. That's just going off of everything that anyone else has ever talked about with the man.
Yeah, it would all depend on how clean, his personal shit is right now.
He would need like a sponsor, like Jey Uso is responsible for Jacob.
Well, there's plenty of options, I think. Oh, rolling drop kick.
Oh.
Yeah, goodbye, Grimes.
Hey, down. 1, 2, some bitch.
It's over. And still a
douchebag. Still, though, that the most that we've got of Cameron Grimes in the past month, damn near almost a year, is he shows up and just does a job.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, dude, it's growing pains, right? Like, not everyone.
Growing pains?
Like, just he's gonna job for a while. Like, what are you gonna do with Cameron Grimes?
You can't even say he's job for a while when this is the first time we've seen him in fucking at least 6 months.
No, as I said, he is going to job for a while. So maybe this is the beginning of jobbing.
He needs to be at least booked for a while before we can worry about whether he gets job for a while.
Back to Dragon Lee. Enough of Grimes. Let's talk to this NXT kid.
Oh, he mushed him.
Oh, mushed back.
See, it's funny though because Theory's like a full 6 inches taller than Dragon Lee.
So easy.
We legit can just pie face him. Dragon Lee's punching up.
Theory shows up tomorrow and shows up at No Mercy and takes out Dragon Lee, makes him count the pin.
Oh, well. You're adding a layer on a layer, though.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to ask.
Yeah. I think we're setting up post that.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I think Dragon Lee could go without winning a title in NXT.
Oh, absolutely. Greg Morris, welcome. When are we going to see some changes to the wrestling shows from Endeavor deal? In what sense, sir? Because I don't expect much.
Emma, Aaliyah, Riddick Moss, Frankie, Matt Riddle. Should I name some more? I still got more.
We'll file that under Tabernacle.
Right.
Yeah, no, and I think as far as the specific workings of the show, we're not going to see much. I don't think. I know everyone's expecting we're going to show up and there's going to be octagons in the ring on Raw. We're not changing that much, guys.
Monday Night Raw is going to become the Contender Series. That's what we're going here.
Right.
Somebody needs to ask Dragon Lee why his mask has ponytails. Or why Ray's mask has a mohawk.
Right. I whip my hair back and forth. That's why.
Right. It's always sunny in Doucheville. Well, JV, you're saying that like a true resident. Robert, I think it's Vincent. I'm going to the Rumble match. I got front row. Oh, shout out my guy then. I'm trying to think. Where did they announce that the Rumble? Did they announce this Rumble?
Tampa Bay, right?
Oh, it's going to be where the Rays play there, Tropicana Field.
Yeah, they're going back because we start the year. Yeah, it's really cool.
Is it interesting that they seem to always now lately be doing the Rumble in baseball stadiums? So where we had that unique entrance always when they would go in Houston where they would have the angled hook thing and it'd be all even level.
Yeah, it's listen, all I know is they're starting 2024 with 3 straight large stadium shows. Rumble's gonna sell out.
They started 2023 with 3 large international shows.
Yeah, we come out of Rumble being a good show.
But don't worry, they're in danger. They're on the way out. They're almost extinct.
Nick's just debating with himself at this point.
Exactly. I hear voices in my
head. Yeah, Jacob Fatu needs an accountability buddy. Exactly.
Oh, 100%.
2-0. Good job. Somebody needs to ask Dragon Lee. Well, we got that one. Why does Ray's have a mohawk? That's what you said.
What comes around is all around.
Right. Hey, you're the one that
Oh.
convinced me to move next to you. Oh.
Oh. You know what? You can have that.
Right.
On that. As we're getting an advertisement for the top 25 moments of SmackDown. Which, honestly, let's keep it a buck. Probably most of them are not from the modern era.
No. It'd be disappointing if it was.
1 week from Sunday. Check local listings.
We might have to show up on a Sunday.
Yeah, well, we should come up with if we could figure it out in time-wise, come up with our own top 25 moments from SmackDown and see how they rank amongst those top 25.
We could probably pull that off, my guy. Steve,
what comes around is all around.
Right. Robert saying what a lot of people are saying, that Adam Cole could be the suspect. The only reason I hesitate, and this is where like your MJF theory comes into play a little bit, is it just feels so like if the mask and all that were little.
It's so on the nose.
Like, what did you just tell us?
Exactly. But then again, that's the thing that makes it so believable with AEW is because they would be the company that does something so on the fucking nose that like, no shit, we kind of figured this out.
Right. Endeavor needs to force Roman Reigns to defend his title or relinquish it. Nah, I think they get the vibe that they're like, fuck it. I mean, they're in a world where champions fight once every 4 or 5 months as it is.
Right. Literally. Seriously, let's look at every UFC champion.
Yeah, they're not thinking like, oh, wait, our champ should fight more. No, they're not. They're going to.
No, because they know that when he does show up, it's going to be a huge fucking draw.
Mm-hmm. I don't love it. I will admit, this post SummerSlam Roman hangover that we're going through is pretty fucking dull.
But you're right. But everybody's saying that now. But how many people were saying that during that were like, we're getting too much Roman? I'm sick of seeing so much of this bloodline. Oh yeah,
there's a happy medium in there somewhere. Come on. Do y'all see?
And his name is Paul Heyman.
It's FaceTime. Right. Zack Sabre Jr. Do we see Zach? He could. I said this on the prediction show, Nick, that Brian loves to put people over. He makes me nervous with his booking because he's just such a nice guy.
This match is a bit of a coin flip because there's no consequences outside of this match. I think this is literally just a really great exhibition for like hardcore wrestling fans. Beyond that, that's it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm the audience that I'm excited to watch this match 100%. But beyond that, that's it. It's a coin flip. There's no consequences. Who wins this? Who loses this?
Mm-hmm. What's up, Otis? How you doing? Oh,
Jimmy Uso right now is telling Ashante Diodonis that he has been featured and endeavored, I guess, as BFAB is showing her true potential as in the women's competition or as a women's competitor of doing fuck and all to try and stop Jimmy Uso outside of saying stop it.
Do you find it funny? And Adonis.
Yes, I find all of this funny.
Do you find it funny that like? Yeah, I just called that.
Through the table just.
I just called that shit happening for sure. But do you find it crazy that?
Hey, shout out Jason Jordan.
You let Hit Row go, or you let AJ go, and then we finally see Hit Row. Kinda.
I have a meme literally sitting on my phone that's just top dollar, flop dollar AJ's face of just realizing, you got fired from the same company twice.
Right, twice.
Twice. Not once, but twice.
Here comes Santos Escobar.
This is me, Cam Dino. Oh, who? On an alt. Remember when I said there might be returns? No. Well, there was that a couple weeks ago. What? That. Do you read anything else out of that I didn't interpret? I'm asking for a second opinion.
Yeah, we might need some further clarification there, Tater.
I'm trying to read hieroglyphics here.
It's going to be a good day, Tater. We'll figure this out.
AO is getting nice front. No, it's Jason Jordan.
Respectfully, I'm looking forward to Zack Sabre and Will Ospreay 2 weeks on Royal Quest. It's going to be a banger.
It sounds like it's going to be a match on a pirate ship.
Dun, 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 dun,
right. Dun, 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 dun. The winner has to stand up and go, I've got a John. I've got a
John. Calling a Santos turn tonight. Why not? Louis, I'm kind of with you, man. Sooner than later.
Well, I was going to say, we're about to get ding ding here for Santos versus Ray. Or I guess Mysterio Negro, as he's wearing the all black outfit here, but he's put the U.S. title on or on the line versus Escobar.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to read anything into the colors, Ray looking a little devilish tonight. Dun dun dun.
Secret Agent Ray. Secret Agent Ray.
Dale says Seth Rollins versus Gunther will be dark match. I love this idea. If they're getting ready for this, sign me up.
Yeah, I talked about that while you were on a pause there because I was reading off what they had advertised for Fastlane, and it was just pretty much the Seth Shinsuke match and then the right now currently 2-on-1 match. So I was like, I don't know if Seth wins the last man standing, but it looks like we're already setting up for Gunther versus Seth to be an ongoing feud past that. So Gunther's got to drop the IC belt at some point.
Santos Escobar for the win. No heel turn. Straight up win.
Which, by the way, I just thought of this because you mentioned about as they had it in a commercial, we're going to get a contract signing between Gunther and Ciampa. I think Gable interrupts that, and
I hope so.
And somehow finagles whether it's I know where Johnny is, what have you, and finagles to where it's his name. The contract, the name on the contract says Gable.
Well, I was thinking a little bit about this and the idea that maybe it turns into a triple threat, and that's where the higher ups, the people making the decisions, think, well, Gable pins Ciampa. We haven't really booked Ciampa at all. Gunther gets out of this without taking the big L, and everyone celebrates our new buddy.
Yeah, but we've already seen that higher ups don't talk amongst each other in this company.
Someone's booking
with NXT being upset that, like, wait, we had this guy booked on a pay-per-view and you just fired him? What the fuck?
I thought that was ridiculous.
That's left hand does not talk to the right hand shit. That's so weird.
You did what to who?
Who's doing what now? Oh, Escobar. Oh.
Well,
we're just rolling through arm drag spots right here. I thought we were going to get into something more. We're just rolling through arm drag spots.
They should put B-Fab with Jade. Been saying, like B-Fab becomes one of the new baddies.
She's a new baddie.
That's
the B. That's the B in Fab. She's a baddie Fab.
Listen, if they could get Kira Hogan, and I'd take Red Velvet as well. Layla Gray would be a good catch.
Layla Gray, I would take over Red Velvet. Fucking all that. Yeah.
What else we got?
I'd take her over Red Velvet, Velvet Sky, all the Velvets.
What's going on, Larry? What's up? How you doing? Mike's in the house as well.
But see, no, he said what? No shout out? Well, no, that's because we got so many people talking to us and everything. So that's why we got the super chats, the super stickers, 100%. So you can stand up and show out and show out, show up and show out because that's what the show's about.
Right. 50-50 split for the title match. There you go. Tough one. I like it. Paul, notice how they call Rey Mysterio the leader of the NWO.
Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan? Is that
they named him Terry Bollea?
Ray Hogan, let's go.
Well, yeah, he's the vet.
Oh, what happened to the rest of the LWO? They're in the back. You don't bring them out in the heel.
There's only two other members.
Yeah, and when they're mutual, you don't bring out extra people. Like you don't overbook shit.
Like one stands on one side and the other stands on the other, and
Pat's the fucking no, we're good. Zelina looking damn tonight.
And then I just see Louis eating, a black mass from Malachi there after talking about Zelina.
Yeah.
What'd you say about my wife?
Easy Bake says, no wild card. They did mention Selena came out alone. She's going to turn on one of them and then say LWO is better as you, with you as champ, whoever that is. It cannot be Ray.
But that's interesting though. Do we get a out and out right heel turn, or does Zelina kind of play, the devil's advocate, the serpent in the ear?
No, I gotta stand by what I said about the Hurt Business. Like, just if you're gonna do it. Don't half-ass it. Don't second guess it. Like, yeah, if you want Zelina to be the catalyst that kind of sets the tone here, I think it's great because she's great and she can be good. She can do for Santos what she did, was doing for Andrade. So, yeah, we'll see. You want to read this long one? I read the last long one.
Oh, nomina patria, file, spiritus Sunday. Edge and New Japan to AW? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Is Edge All Elite Sunday? No. And Ho, that's funny that's actually a wrestler's name from New Japan. From New Japan, would like to see in AW. They have so many people. Why are we adding more people to their roster? Who from the recent releases would you like to see pop up in AW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Impact, GCW, PWG, etc., KJ, and Big Nick? I feel like that needs to be a separate video. We do a tier list.
Right? No shit.
Who got released and where do they?
Who goes where? I mean, ultimately, if Tony scoops up 10 plus of these people, he's making a bad move. I'll keep it that simple. Scatter the rest.
There's somebody that's got to be working in accounting that's like, Tony, no. I know it's tempting, but no.
Just throw some money at it. Problem solved.
I like MD. Why is Santos wearing wrestling in a crop top? It's not fully one. It's more like a belly shirt because he's just got, the lower third exposed.
What's up, Jake? How you doing? Welcome back. John, welcome back in case they haven't said it. Ramblin' Rabbit, KJ and Nick, I'm your biggest fan. You might be in a competition for that one, but we'll accept that.
I feel like I heard that one before.
Yeah, we appreciate you though, Ramblin' Rabbit.
Well, trust me. Well, I can't confirm nor deny if someone might show up and do like a Mercy the Buzzard on you or anything like that.
Right. I got a feeling the Street Profits are going to come out during this to prove to Lashley. Interesting. Yeah,
did it not already happen?
Well, Bobby walked out on them and basically said, "Prove to me like you're serious." So we are kind of expecting the Street Profits to show up and beat the shit out of some people. Like
main event,
maybe. That'd be a big step.
Ray with a little bit of a springboard splash on the outside onto Escobar.
Nicholas says, "How come the women that get released never go to WoW Wrestling?" I don't know. I think they tend to look at AEW, Impact, other avenues before WoW because of the overall reach of WoW, right, and kind of the dynamic of WoW.
Yeah. I was about to just say they reach out to WoW and then they look at it and they say ow and just you can have that.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, cross.
So the Bloodline are just walking around backstage beating up everybody. They're running amok.
Sorry, I just got a crossbody from Ray to where he literally sold that shit like this was the fucking 2K game of like he glitched and like double bounced or something. Oh, so now I've got.
Oh, wait, who's on the way to the arena? Did they say John Cena?
John Cena.
Who is on the fact checkers? Who's on the way to the arena? It was somebody said it quietly.
Jason Jordan's out here just like the fucking parade host here as the Bloodline's just running through of like, I take this official out and that official. 1, little 2, little 3, little jobbers.
How is that not being stopped at a better, You have these men just watching
because Jason Jordan has a broken freaking neck.
Well, no excuse. Do your job.
Off Where's the ropes. Nick Aldis and all that to show up?
Tope! Down goes Ray.
Oh, I got Ray setting up for the 619. Dial it up. Super kick.
Wait, are you behind your head?
Yes, I know I'm behind you.
I was trying to figure it out.
Establish that.
No, we were equal. What'd you do?
I literally have not moved my hands.
You better not.
Tope. Now I got the tope.
You got the tope. Hey, I'm getting picture replay of the tope. Yay, what a day. Down by the day.
I'll let you know when I get there. Hey, what do you say? We'll go play with some clay. Maybe smoke some hay.
Yay.
I got the replay of the tope.
And I got Escobar climb
up on the little station there. Moonsault!
Perfect. There we go.
Yeah, they said Cena from airport. Adam Pearce better get on his job.
Right.
The Invisible Man on his way. John Cena. I like how we've already, MD's been here for a quick minute and he's already gotten along with the joke of John Cena. John Cena
is on his way from the airport, folks. He had landed.
He just landed. John Cena didn't know the show started about an hour ago.
Oh shit! You guys started that at 8? Fuck.
You guys, fuck. I'm in Mountain Time. You guys are in West Coast. You got caught up in that time zone shit.
Right. Santos boots remind me of Eddie Guerrero. It's probably a little bit by design or inspired by. That's the
point. Oh, double knee into the corner.
That tope was totally cray-cray. We're not starting the A's again.
Well, that's just rhyming now of tope, cray-cray. Hey, what do you say? Down by the bay. Play with some play.
Apparently, when I said we weren't going to do that again, for me.
You can have that. That ain't what I'm at.
Rhyme away. I think LA Knight.
Hey, what do you say? Down by the bay.
Right. I think LA Knight is going to help John. That's what was supposed to happen last week.
Yes. As I got a step up in Zaguri as Ray's sat on the top turnbuckle.
Oh. Screw Rickle Pick. Wow. Screw Pickle Rick. Give me Pickle Vega.
She does kind of look like a dill pickle. Pause.
Come here, you spicy dill.
I'd like to pickle her dill.
Wow. Hey, now. Santos boots remind you got that one. Just clicked on anything at that point. I've always loved that design, to be honest.
I don't know which design we're talking about.
It's the same design. There you go. Of the boots, I suppose.
Oh.
Some boot love going out there. But I'm in a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. We are rolling along. Woo! An hour into the show already, so it's moving quickly.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were like, we're an hour and a half in. So I was like, we're doing double time.
We got it. Nick, do you need a bottle of water?
Maybe.
Some bread. I think Goldust also used a similar design. Yeah, probably at times. I mean, that design, I think I've seen in some capacity on several different wrestlers.
Well, do you fellas think LA Knight can survive a major loss to Roman?
Yes. It's all how you do it.
Absolutely. And let's be honest, outside of just we really want it to happen, if this was actual athletics and we're looking at like team versus team, stats versus stats, LA's supposed to lose to Roman.
Yeah, I mean, again, who Roman is and his stature and all of this. Now, could you build it up that kind of, if you build LA kind of the same vibe you built Sammy, everybody's going to want it so bad for that W. But when he doesn't get it, again, it's how you pivot and get out of it. Do you give him a direction or does he just fade? That will remain to be seen, and that's on the booking. But I think anybody can survive a loss. It's how.
Well, and sometimes you can, depending on the booking, you can launch even better out of that than you can going into it. All like you mentioned, Sammy. I mean, granted, he was no hotter than when he was going into Montreal, but that was the perfect storm. But he didn't lose any momentum coming out of it.
No, not at all. And I mean, it's again, if you're good, you're good. You'll get over. Austin lost matches. The Rock lost matches. Hogan lost matches. You go through the who's. Cena's lost matches. It happens. It's just all in the booking and the character.
Right. This episode of SmackDown is putting me to sleep. The wrestling may suck, but we never do, my guy.
Fair enough. And you know what I just said? I mean, the first hour of the show kind of went quick. Is there anything that I'm like jumping up for joy about? No. Am I asleep? Nah.
It's a good bit of wrestling on TV. That's the thing, is it's that interesting point to where it's not fully building to the next pay-per-view, but it's also not like just phoning it in.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. Do you guys have Miss Ronda and Lacey?
Do you guys miss?
I was like, I wish.
No, and no.
I definitely don't miss Ronda. Lacey, not that much. I mean, her booking went awry, and that again, another example of Vince absolutely decimating someone's character.
I beg the question of, her booking went awry, did it ever start off well? That's the thing.
Southern Belle was
never on a straight pathway. It was all kind of always convoluted.
I thought for like the initial Southern Belle was really strong. She really did well. She was a really good heel.
Moved past NXT, it was fucked.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, I wouldn't. I think right around the Ric Flair stuff, and it blew it up, and we never got it back.
Well, even before that, we had her as the Southern Belle, and then she was halfway Miss Military G.I. Jane, and
the military G.I.
back Jane into like the nasties. She was heel, she was face, she was fucking Betty Crocker, Susie Homemaker. All of this. That's the thing, is it's been convoluted outside of her. Oddly enough, Death Nail was, I feel, when she was, I think it was her Rumble debut, to where she botched like 2 or 3 moves right in a row with Charlotte in the ring.
Yeah,
and I think they lost all but a faith in her after that.
Yeah, and I think they really killed her when they had her doing those fucking American Idol sob story fucking vignettes and promos.
In the arms of an angel.
Yeah, it was bad. It was uncomfortably bad. But this match rolls on, folks. If you guys haven't made a prediction yet, let us know. Let us know.
Twist out backbreaker there from Escobar and Array here right now.
Now is barista owner. There you go. Wait, she owns a barista?
Are you wanting to brew some beans with her? Is that what you're saying? You can steam my cup of joe. Pause. 2 count. I do miss hearing Lacey calling people you little nasties. Well, that sounds like a you thing. And I think you should keep that as a you thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, I thought the woman's right and such, and she, when she was a cheaty, pain in the ass heel, her and Charlotte had some good things going on, and then again, once they lost it, they never got it back.
But I think that's the worst thing that they did, though, is they kept trying to get it back. Like, even when they were trying to have her be like female Sergeant Slaughter, and instantly Sergeant Slaughter's daughter's like, no, piss off, like, no, thank you.
Right? Nah. Again, I think they should have just went back to what made her famous in the first place and worked it in. But again, 50-50 booking and the fucking not having a consistent character, nobody gives a shit. Corbin's going through it right now.
Corbin's been going through it his whole fucking career. What the fuck is he talking about?
Big
has rolled through for a 2 count.
Crowd land. Yeah, I've seen enough Lacey Evans. Oh, have you now?
How's your bank account looking?
Yeah, right. He bounced back like a champ after he lost to Bray, but this is a major title shot with a lot of eyes on him. Yeah, as long as he has a good match, good story, good build, and then comes out of it strong, saying like, I really tried, but fuck it, I'm still here, and you give him something to do, then you're fine. You'll be fine. Again, it's not necessarily a slam dunk. Like, he could lose again. Does he revisit it when Roman's not the title holder? Perhaps. We don't know. We're not in the third inning anymore. That's all we know.
Yeah.
Oh, not today, Ray.
Oh. We've got Ray and Escobar fighting on the top rope. It looked like we were going for like a super Death Valley driver.
Oh, wait, Ray's up behind him. Oh, Escobar looks. There you go. Head scissors.
I hate that because that was so much like clear cooperation.
When he looked up, like, are you going?
Today, Junior.
Yeah. Big spot off the top, though.
Down to the 619. So we're setting up for the 619. As you can even see, Escobar literally looking behind him. He's waiting for Ray to hit a spot.
Yeah, I'd like Santos to sell a little better there.
But I think it's... I'm so weird with this because it's like, is this on Ray? Is this on Santos? Is this on Bo? Oh, we're getting
I think it's just
back
on
into
Santos.
it.
There we go.
619. Dial it up.
They're in the back. They're hanging out watching the match, grabbing their popcorn, their snacks, and smiling.
Well, I was going to say, is this where Zelina shows her true colors?
Bounce that little tennis ball up there. Let's go.
Volley for serve.
Oh, he sits up.
He goes for the frog splash and nobody's home, and then just back elbows him.
No.
Two.
Oh, I was like,
if any of them went on a cheap roll up on a cheeky pin after this fucked.
Right. Corbin goaded on NXT. Not yet. What he's doing right now is good, but what he had done, not. He got stuck with Gable and shit.
Show me the way to go home.
Fuck off.
What the fuck?
Hey, a roll up, oh. Kinda. Oh.
That was bullshit. That's such an ass finish.
Nobody likes an ass finish.
Pause. Well, unless your daddy ass are part of the Acclaimed.
Pause.
Double pause, triple pause.
Benko is fine. I see the flicks for free.
You can have that. It's called jokes.
Ray's mohawk needs to be combed. It's a little fuzzy after the battle. Now do we turn post-match? Like a pissed Escobar. I'm sick of being rolled up.
I'm sick of him and I'm sick of you. That's got to be the only way here, though, because that was such a bullshit ass finish. As Zelina's looking like she's about to cry.
Yeah, she's selling well. She's doing her job. Oh my God, Ray hit a Puello Goego Junior Killer. I know I didn't say that right. And he still kicked out.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure Joe's just talking out his ass. He usually does. Well, I like
it's Joe.
3-0. And still U.S. champ. Yes, and still U.S. champ.
Oh, he gets jumped. There we go. Someone called this. That's funny.
I literally saw the white suits and everything, and I think I'm just so triggered for like Wrestle Dream. I was like, and the Righteous just showed up on SmackDown.
There we go. So, no, what's stupid, though? A few weeks ago, the Street Profits did this. They showed up and fucked everybody up, joined Bobby Lashley, then had doubts, and then now show up and beat people up. Like, it's counterintuitive sometimes.
It's one of those, it's the weird way of when you're prolonging something unnecessarily.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, now he believes.
Uncle Phil, Bobby Lashley
out here looking like he's about to fucking teach you fucking chemistry or something here. He's looking like your local high school fucking teacher.
Dude, you were on your pause and we were all popping off about, president here. Oh!
No, he looks like fucking Finkel here.
Dude, he looks like it literally looks like he's like the fucking
Superintendent Bobby Lashley right now.
Superintendent
Lashley. So you're trying to tell me that the Profits are happening right now in your ring at this time of year and this time of day?
Dragon Lee trying to get over the rails. security holding him back.
No, he's that short. It takes him a bit to fucking hop over it. He's got to fucking find a stepladder, everything. He can't hop it that fast.
He looks like fucking Papa Clump.
His tie is so big. He looks like a fucking... He literally looks like he's part of like... He was out there on like with the pilgrims on Thanksgiving Day with this fucking tie.
Right?
It's a fucking tarp.
I believe Fit Finley, Junior, Grotesque, me and KGOT. Bad luck. Probably either the Khalil or Sento or Al Fantasma or the guy who beat up Jay White or on Dynamite. I don't know.
Side note. Sorry, random. Bobby Lashley with this fucking outfit in this getting up, and then just the weird like blind stare, Tony Khan, no blinking smile on his face. He looks like a fucking alien in a human outfit from like Men in Black right now and everything. He literally looks like sure.
Breaking news. The GOAT has landed. That's one of my favorite things I've ever seen on a SmackDown. The GOAT has landed.
Folks, I can confirm we got him. The GOAT has landed.
Right. The GOAT is taking a pause. Fuck this.
Oh, that's just because you got the gray in your beard, so you look like the fucking Billy Goat, my guy. But you can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at. Almighty Prophets, the Gene. Yeah, well, we've called them Bobby and the Prophets. They need to actually come out with an actual name here, as we are in a commercial break right now for Fastlane, as we're advertising the 2 matches that they've built up for it. Yeah, it's like Groundhog's Day, same thing, over and over. Yeah. Wow, this SmackDown is flying by. Is it flying by or is it more hovering by? If it seems like it's a bit more of a failure to launch, it's kind of keeps just trending, along the fucking runway. It never really wants to fully take off. I think we'll see a 6-man tag at Fastlane. LWO with Dragon Lee. Interesting. Well, interesting because you also still have Joaquin Phoenix, aka DJ Zima Ion, and you're gonna miss me on the last person's name, but you've got him, you've got Escobar, you've got Ray, so there's 3 right there. So I mean, I think involving Dragon Lee would be great, but you're also pretty much saying you're done with NXT. That's a call up to the main roster, I feel. Bobby and the Prophet's new finish is called the Cash Out. That's not a bad shout, Jason. That's actually not a bad shout at all. So does this mean that Bianca will come back as a heel and Jade a face? We don't know, Edgar. We don't know. We still don't know even if well, I shouldn't say when. We don't know. Scratch that. I should have said you don't know if, but you don't know when Jade's going to show up. She could show up on the main roster. She could show up in NXT. She could show up this Saturday at No Mercy, or she could show up in the NXT Breakout Tournament. So we don't know when she's going to show up. We know she is going to show up. We don't know when, and we don't know in what character. And same thing a bit with Bianca she could come back and be a complete babyface and denounce everything that, her husband's doing, or she could be fully involved and be, part of it. Richard, what up? I think the roll-up pin is to make Santos upset with himself and Ray. Yeah, I think that's part of it. Santa Claus KJ. And it's funny that you say that because I'm the one named Nicholas. But you can have that. That at 5 minutes of Cena, and who crap is that? What? Dragon Lee is great. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I think Dragon Lee could be used for Fastlane, but stay in NXT as is on the deadline poster. Yeah, but Christ, Mustafa Ali was advertised for a match at No Mercy and turned around and got himself fired. But As I'm getting an advertisement for tomorrow, we've got UFC versus the University of Colorado. I will remind everybody as we're getting a replay from moments ago that 100% be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. We're still constantly growing. That's why we're out here, giving away tickets. We got, new members, we got new content, we got everything and everything. 100%. And we're still covering all the pro wrestling. So 100%, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, be a friend, tell everybody that you know about us, because we're just still getting started. That's the thing, is it's crazy of where we're at, and we're still just getting started. Just starting to heat up, my guys. Still in that rookie year. The greatest of all time is John Cena, in my opinion. I'll ask this question. Is it easier to say that there is a greatest of all time in, say, the NBA or the NFL than there is in pro wrestling? Because I think when you talk about the greatest of all time when it comes to pro wrestling, you've got to have like a Mount Rushmore and then a couple extras. You don't have a guy, I feel. As we've got Ray and Escobar both in the backstage medical facility. So Ray is challenging them. So whoever said that we're going to get a match, a 6-man match at Fastlane, we're at least getting that, or we're at least getting a 3-on-2 match. So I don't know if we're getting a full 6-man tag, but so good on you, because that's what we're getting at Fastlane. And it's so interesting that we're still a week out, or week removed, just a little bit over from this card, and we're still adding matches as we're bigging up and we're pointing out. And the more they mention this, the more I feel like she's either not gonna debut on NXT, or she just shows up and fucking dominates, and everybody else that's in her wake gets moved up. Because right now we're showing from ESPN, from TMZ Sports, from Fox News, everything from Fox News, showing everything about all the news coverage of Jade Cargill signing with WWE. So they are putting all of the chips in on this woman being a fucking superstar. So it's going to be interesting if she does start off on the main roster or in NXT. If she starts in NXT, she runs roughshod, she dominates, she takes over everybody. If she starts on the main roster, I don't know. I think they almost give her on NXT, and they give her that like kind of Asuka, that Goldberg streak of she just tears through people, and she literally just, you couldn't beat me, so I sent you to the main roster type thing. Maybe, but they are setting this woman up to be a mega star, and she 100% fully deserves it. And I think will fully deliver on that on WWE. And I see Royal Rumble, lad. Oh, you think that she's going to show up at the Royal Rumble? I don't know. With this much buzz, do you wait that long? As I'm getting a replay of the match from last week between Io and Asuka that unfortunately just only pretty much became a setup for Charlotte versus Bayley, which is not a bad match, but when you have a fucking world title match, I'd like the world title match to be the focus. Low-key, Triple H might be the GOAT. Not a bad shout, though, honestly. Like, keep it a buck. I 100% almost liked him more than I did Dwayne and Austin and Taker, etc. when it came to that area of just the fucking layers of that character and any way he could fucking go. That was, I think that honestly was my first wrestling shirt that I bought, was a Hunter shirt. Actually, as I've got Charlotte Flair coming out right now. I don't know if she's halfway looking like Beetlejuice or like caution, traffic work up ahead or something like that. Here she's out here in the bright neon fucking yellow. Triple H is the GOAT. It's all about the game and how you play it. It gets debatable, though. He's in that Mount Rushmore competition of Taker, Shawn, Stone Cold, The Rock. Like, there's a solid group there, and that's just, it's so interesting. You could do a fucking Mount Rushmore of just classes of like decades of pro wrestling, and they'd all be valid. And that's the thing that makes pro wrestling this fucking captivating, magical thing that we keep tuning into. Because literally, as you know, greatness rises, greatness is still on the horizon as well. As up next, we're getting Charlotte versus Bayley, and we're getting, is this fucking Dom? Oh, it's John Cena. I was about to say, is this Dom Toretto fitting on he's got to do his little Fast and the Furious fucking entrance. That's not where you park your car, John. And of course, what fucking parking garage has it? I'm not super familiar with parking garages, but what parking garage has it to where literally you could park your car in the middle of it and just walk through a fucking metal detector for no reason, with the contract in hand? So clearly we're going to get somebody added to teaming up and partnering with John Cena tonight. So if you have a guest outside of LA Knight, you can let me know, but I think it's going to be LA Knight as we're into commercial break right now, as we're in the last half hour, I want to say, of Friday Night Smackdown.
Yes, we are. We got about 30 minutes to go, folks.
Jesus H. Christ, you fucking snuck up on me.
My guy.
I really get back in. Yes, we are.
That's
God, are you there?
That's not something I successfully do.
Did I die?
A lot of people. I'm not known for my stealth, so.
Well, when I'm looking over here and you pop up over here.
Damien St.
I'm very, very sneaky.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of a metal detector is if nobody's there. Like, even if it went off,
no, there was someone there, but like, it's just so funny because I saw like the drift and like he showed up in that car. It's like, is fucking Dom Toretto showing up at SmackDown? And then John Cena comes out and it's like,
right? He didn't show up in no Uber.
Yeah. Start singing the fucking Fast and Furious songs.
When did John Cena die? He always wears that. He's always in jorts and a t-shirt everywhere he goes.
That's how he sleeps.
Right? He wears that under what he wears in movies.
100%. That's just John Cena in his natural, like most people, you think they take their clothes off. That's just John Cena in his natural form. Is just jorts and a brightly colored t-shirt. And he's like a snake. Every time he sheds his skin, it becomes a different color, like purple, bright fucking red, yellow, green, all that.
Charlotte for the win. Charlotte for the win. Jesus H. Christ. Is he fighting?
No, but Vince has challenged him to a fight before.
There you go.
He's had a match with God, so
he did. Victorious. Waiting all that long for a debut to Rumble, no thing way.
Yes, so well, because they were bigging up Jade signing.
Oh no.
Where you want to pause, and I was like, this almost tells me she's going more to the main roster first, but I was like, if she shows up on NXT, she runs the fucking gamut. She just shows up and she dominates. That becomes her show.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if she shows up straight to the main roster or not. I did pitch the idea of the breakout tournament to just kind of set her on the right path, especially with so much buzz around it and you're trying to put eyes on that show. You could really prove that she's a draw more than, right now you're just hoping she's a draw. You expect her to be a draw. You paid her to be a draw. So it might be an okay start, but waiting till Rumble's not going to be a thing, guys.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I saw this whole chain of comments and I just wanted to click on them. What does the H stand for? Herman. Thanks. Always wonder. Hunter Herman Helmsley.
Yeah. No. Trips was the GOAT. I mean, I give him all the credit in the world. He was smart enough to marry the boss's daughter, and look at him now. What a career this man had pulled off.
Well, he this is gonna sound weird to say, he had the most depth as a character.
Yeah. He really was the straw that
on July 12th. Sorry, we're getting fucking Law and Order on July. We're getting
oh my god
with this. The fucking what in the name of trash bins and gray sweats are they wearing?
They're wearing sweat bags.
Finger poke. Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Oh my god, you weren't. Yeah, I was.
I literally, as soon as you said that, I was like, "You're shitting me right now."
Captain Insano.
I am not there for the Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Can you imagine?
But my mama said. My mama said
they teased him all that time, and then they put him out in a rubber dinghy.
Hey, but see, my mama said MJF is the devil.
Yeah, we'll find out. Bailey for the
win. The finger poke of doom. The eye poke.
Oh,
warming up chair shots.
Yeah. Oh, he's getting up. Let's remind everybody he hurt his shoulder.
I believe I can spread my wings and touch the sky. Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about them bigging up a tag team, like a heel tag team coming in? You know, hashtag Elton Strong.
I don't mind it because guess what? Their tag team division has been the Judgment Day and KO and Sammy.
Yeah, they got the Brawling.
That's it.
Right. The Brawling Brutes right away. They show Ridge like, I threw him on his head.
Right. Well, isn't the other one supposed to be coming Pete Dunne here pretty soon? He's down in NXT challenging him for the Heritage Cup.
There you go. There's rumors that Hunter and Stephanie are getting a divorce. There's been a lot of those rumors over the years, guys. Again, maybe, but I don't believe it.
There is two constants I feel in pro wrestling, as far as I know. One is Vince McMahon, and the other is fucking rumors that most of the time are not accurate.
Right. Now we got
that rumor's been going around for like 3 years.
On and off. Yeah. Yeah, people that surmise that there was some heat between Stephanie and Hunter over a fucking tweet need to shake their head.
Facts. Go touch grass. To quote another person you probably don't like, go and touch grass because your parasocial relationship with pro wrestlers is probably not healthy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. Charlotte is a tall glass of water. That she is. I want Jade Charlotte. Like if Jade
I don't know, with all this yellow, she's looking like a tall glass of lemonade, I guess.
There you go. Lemonade. That cool, refreshing drink. Hashtag Elton Strong.
Why did I start thinking of, you got the blue stuff and Sunny D?
Yeah, I want that purple stuff.
The purple stuff.
Yeah, no, that's funny as shit. But yeah, Hunter Hurst Helmsley, as verified by the chat, if anybody was truly wondering. Herman's funny though.
He doubled on the Munsters. Hunter Herman Helmsley.
Right. Some of us said, other things. Oh, what is this?
You're one of the 4 horsewomen. So Charlotte's trying to talk to Bailey about like how you shouldn't be involved with this.
You have
become a stepping stone versus the measuring stick. That's not a bad show.
I don't agree with this, JV. Sorry, I'm distracted by JV.
It's like that girl that you experiment with. Pause. But too ashamed to bring it. Double pause. Like,
come on, Bales. Let's go see the friends. Let's go. I want to break.
I was gonna say, fucking Bailey's a dime, my guy. Like, I don't know what your fucking status is at there, your fucking scale, but no. Bailey is 100%.
If Mandy was still in NXT, Jade overtake her. Well, she's going to overtake whoever's there, Mandy or not, Aaron. But welcome.
Either way, Nick, you're experimenting on. You show up after all this time, and that's the fucking question you.
What up, CJ?
Oh no, sorry, but no, I like Charlotte's line of "You become a stepping stone," going against the measuring stick. That's a dope line, I feel.
Listen, listen. Charlotte takes a shit ton of heat, but she is what she is. Well, I know we were joking around about goats earlier. Charlotte, to me, is the goat of this women's division, and she's had a career to remember. And again, a perfect opponent for Jade as you work her into this business or into this aspect of the business.
So as we go in a commercial on a weird spot, there is Bailey smacking the announce table. But so would you say if you're going top of this kind of generation of the women's division, you go Charlotte or do you go Becky?
Charlotte.
I'd go Becky.
Fair enough. I just go on like the 13-time champion.
Yeah, you have all the accolades. I get it.
Yeah, Becky's right there. She really is.
She's more the character, the personality, the persona, versus the accolades.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't see Jade doing a tag team. I don't either. They're going to put her front and center. She's going to put her in a spotlight. The closest you're going to get is if she does have some lackeys with her, to make her kind of the queen of her own.
She starts off with a faction.
Maybe. Give her baddies. Hashtag Big Bank.
Big Bank, take
Little Bank. KJ, I got a question for you, dude. Should I do Huskies? The pig boy accidentally ate my phone because he thought it was chocolate.
I have a question for you.
I have a fucking question.
An actual cohesive sentence.
Should
don't try and make it make sense because it doesn't.
Listen, man, whatever you're doing, do you, boo-boo.
The vitamins are strong with that one.
Yeah, what up, Rabbit? How should the WWE come on, guys, work with me here.
Wyndham Rotunda.
Wyndham? Paul Heyman?
If you do Wyndham, does anyone else feel underwhelming?
No, Paul
Heyman's probably the only other one you could get away with.
Yeah, I don't think they would do like Wyndham,
that same level.
I don't think they would do just Wyndham. I don't think
you can't do like you're gonna do RVD, you're gonna do Sabu, you're gonna do the Dudley Boys that are in, you're gonna do Sandman. Like
I think RVD's still in. I don't think they're gonna go ECW alum across the board, but I do think Paul Heyman's a great shout. Beyond that, I mean, I don't know. Like, could we do a Tommy Dreamer?
Vince
isn't going in yet or ever. I don't think.
Fair enough.
At least while he's alive.
Is Steph in?
No.
Steph could go. I think this could be to where if you don't get Vince, you could just get like Wyndham and the McMahons.
Yeah, no, I really want Paul to get the push, especially in Philly.
Well, Paul, yeah, I get that, but I'm saying like there's no real super in-ring talent that you feel I think you've seen or heard or thought about on the docket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I still think there's some debate about Wyndham, and I understand the sentimentality behind it. Wyndham would be a good shout, but I don't think they'd give him the class to himself. They didn't even do that for takes.
But I think it'd be really fucking cool if they did.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Air some shit that like we hadn't seen or whatever.
I don't know. I mean, to me,
but that's the thing is it's going to be really interesting because it's all going to be which way they go. Like, there's no other names outside of maybe Wyndham and Heyman, like you said, that jump out at you.
Well, I mean, again, I don't like off the top of my head as far as the builder. I know some people bantied around Tommy Dreamer a bit. Has he earned his stripes in the wrestling world to that point?
Oh, he has, but I think he's too involved with other promotions. It's the same thing like with Dustin. Dustin should go in, but he's AEW.
Yeah, Dustin's a good one. But I know they're gonna pull some local love out of the hat for this. But yeah, I think the guy for me at WrestleMania 40 it's got to be Heyman.
Oh, I think he's a given now. Who inducts Heyman?
That's what we were debating this before. It's a tough one. Maybe Stephanie. He loves Stephanie. Right? I can't. It's tough. Like I know people have said Bully Ray. him and Bully don't have the
Ray
best.
Would be a good one. Ray would be a good one.
Ray Bully. Yeah, I just feel like they have real life heat outside. I think there's still personal heat there. I don't know if Bully would want to do it.
I think that's
not the way Bully speaks accurate of Paul in this day and age still, but maybe. I mean, crazier shit is happening.
I think that saying that they still have heat, I think, is a bit of a reach.
I don't think so. I mean, if you go back even not too long ago, like Bully's kind of consistently, like when he kind of rolls his eyes when Paul comes up. Like they had some grudges. Remember they put them all on the same. They did that ECW memory show.
Oh, and they were talking about how he bounced the whole checks. Could Jim do it?
Yeah.
You that would be like the one time that you get him for it, as Bayley rolls Charlotte into, like, she bounces Charlotte's head off the back of the turnbuckle there.
We catch it too, folks. MD in the longest face. Facts. Okay. Jade Cargill's first challenger is Ashley Flair, aka Charlotte. Yeah, not a bad show.
I find it funny that you're saying Jade Cargill's first challenger. Like, it wouldn't be Charlotte's
next
challenge. Yeah, the first opponent for Jade, that you're flipping it of the first challenger, because welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch.
Yeah. 3 clean. I'm sorry, Bailey.
As we followed up with, why does Charlotte's knee pads have shoelaces?
What are the chances we see her at No Mercy? Jade, possible, highly possible. That stipulation makes me think something's up.
What's your top percentage that you think it's likely?
I would go 70%.
You think it's 70? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I think the perfect setup is she helps Tiffany win, just out of thank you for being here, and she carries forward with something with Becky.
See, I'm struggling to even try and get it at like 30%. So the fact that you're at 70, you have that.
Okay, wait a minute.
Oh. Son, I'm going to end you.
That's not nice.
Why?
What's up, guys? Missing anything special on SmackDown? The GOAT has landed. That's the thing of the night.
Oh, who's coming out to help Charlotte? Asuka.
Oh, Asuka. Okay.
Looking like she fucking skinned a teddy bear to fucking wear that jacket.
Oh, she got a mic. Wow, Nick taking heat for the that's
what?
Hilarious. People are disagreeing with your take that Bailey may be a dime.
You can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at. Different strokes for different folks.
Right? I'm not. Yeah. I'm not.
I'm saying what I like. I don't give a fuck what y'all like. I'm worried about what I like.
How do you guys feel about them hyping up my girl Jade? I think it's amazing. I think she's going to be a superstar. They want her to feel like a superstar. And Jade made it clear. This is why she signed. This is why she's here.
I'm sorry. CJ just popping me because he literally read my mind here. I love how only Io knows what she just said. Io's the only one that got that promo. I was like, subtitles, something.
Sergeant Cena stomping through the hallways, a long walk apparently from the metal detector.
Well, that's fine. I'm gonna go try and meet him halfway here.
There you go. As we head into the main event segment of the show, Nick is going to take a pause. We're rolling through. Don't forget, we are sticking around for AEW Rampage tonight. We'll be back tomorrow for No Mercy and Collision, and we'll be here on Sunday for Wrestle Dream. And remind everybody once again, we did send one lucky winner to Wrestle Dream. So stick around to the channel. We got more giveaways coming your way, more exciting stuff, more content. And we're about to have a record-breaking September after a record-breaking August. Things just keep getting better, folks. And now we're getting a commercial for Monday Night Raw. Gamer she has a face full. My ex is Bailey. Like, put it that way. There you go. Jade will be working Natty as the first challenger. I don't love it. I don't love it. I really don't, because it kind of starts her off on a boring note. The Rock. What? 4-0 Dale. Oh, that makes sense. Here comes Jade. Not tonight. We got Asuka. We're waiting on Jade. We're gonna see. They're gonna take their time. They're gonna be smart about it. Not only that, we also got Brian Pillman Jr. teased this week as well on NXT. Really excited to see what he does with the WWE. And it's again like Brian Pillman Jr. wasn't a huge name by any stretch to sign, from AEW to WWE, but it just feels more exciting as he's here now of what they could do with him, what could come of it. And I love the fact that they actually acknowledged his father. From Build-A-Bear. She is the Build-A-Bear. Charlotte wins, I reckon. Charlotte won Colleen. What happens? Russo comes out on AEW? Because I don't see Russo coming out on a WWE anytime soon. Is Cena getting a partner yet? I think tonight he'll get a partner. I think we'll get the correction from the issue we had last week, where he just took an absolute beating. Triple threat for the women's belt. Let's go. Maybe. Quite possible. I mean, Bayley's clearly not done with Charlotte. You got Asuka in the loop. Io's involved. We'll see. Tara Reid. Holy shit. I got a different strokes for Bayley. Different strokes for different folks, my guy. I guess back to the storyline of Bayley facing Io into a match that she doesn't want, forcing. Yeah, I mean, I thought at some point they were going to kind of have some type of angle there, but no, it hasn't worked out that way. Thought maybe Bayley would take on Io sooner than later. Doesn't seem to be the case. Dakota's still on the shelf. And we're coming back. No doubt. No excuse. No mercy. Tomorrow. Can't wait for this one, folks, as we're getting the package of Tiffany and Becky fighting for that women's championship tomorrow. And NXT's been on fire. I think it's a guarantee that at some point, CJ, that will happen. Two outstanding athletes. I think it will 100% happen. Jade signing in the WWE makes me want to watch all the old streams. Like we deadass had so many dream matches for her. Now we get to live those dream matches, my guy. They're actually going to see Jade take on some of the biggest names, and I think they're going to prop her up. Even just to take the time out of SmackDown and talk about the fact that Jade signed. Tell the fans who might not know who Jade is yet, and have people sitting at home right now going, oh, she looks good. Oh, this must be a big deal. So I think it's great. And I think it's going to be big things for her, big things for this company. Busy week, hashtag the goats. Brr. Here comes John Cena. Speaking of the goat. Not my goat, but you can have that. She should definitely be in the crowd. Again, I think my only concern with any of these athletes, whether it's Jade, Brian Pillman Jr., I think just be careful. Take your time. Don't rush it. Don't force her into things. Her in the crowd, the way they just put it out here now, if she was in the crowd tomorrow, I agree. That works really well, Paul. But again, anytime they add on, like there was really no big reason to have an Extreme Rules match at No Mercy between Tiffany and Becky. So, yeah, let's say anytime they announce that kind of lazy booking, sorry, Jim, but it's potentially to work an angle. Someone's going to lose legally, illegally. Asuka and Charlotte Flair teaming up again, huh? Yeah, a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Don't love it. As we're getting the graphic for Fastlane. John Cena, they're reminding us. John Cena taking on Jimmy and Solo. Technically, the Usos. We all had the Bailey. Your boys ain't come through. And listen, you got to do what you got to do. Then again, I like I said, I wouldn't shy away from. I think there's others on the roster that I'd be tiptoeing around first. But Bailey lost to Charlotte without Charlotte using the figure eight. But the spear looked great. I don't mind it. Yeah, listen, Charlotte's a beast, and you got to put on a match to beat Charlotte. I love what Charlotte's done in her career. I know she takes a lot of heat, but she's been a heel for so long. Why not? Even though this little kind of babyface run's been meh. But yeah, you let her have it. You let her have that win, and now you see like Bailey and Damage Control have been pretty inept since they've come back. I don't know what you do with them. I don't know how you rectify it. I don't know how you change the direction. If it's a triple threat, why add H? That meant Damage Control can interfere. Yeah, so when you start adding a match that allows the no DQ. Now, remember, Dakota can't do much till January-ish. But right now, I got John Cena cutting a promo. I got about 8 minutes left on my clock. WWE announced Jey Uso versus Damian Priest for this Monday. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Damian. That'll be a fun one. There's a weird buzz in the crowd right now. What's happening? Jade versus Bianca got that one. That's why you got that Henny bottle. What's going on Rampage? I'll talk about it right after this. Again, not a whole lot. Hashtag I hear voices. No shit. What if Edge is John Cena's partner? That'd be even funnier. I would love for that to happen. And do it like bring him out tonight so it really ruins everyone's hopes for Sunday. But I don't see it happening. Bailey said a triple threat match for Fastlane. Charlotte Flair, Asuka versus Io. Okay. Thank you, Dale. Thank you for clarifying that. So again, we only had 2 matches announced so far. If that's the third, again, it'll be funny how it plays out. No DQ. Bailey costing Io the title, perhaps. Here comes Jimmy and his new music. KG, you remember the Scary Movie 1? Yep. When Sean Wayne should make his girl wear. Yeah. I see what you're saying. No Mercy is going to be better than Wrestle Dream. We'll find out. I think on paper for me, Wrestle Dream has enough intrigue that I kind of leaning towards. I'm a little more excited for Wrestle Dream, but I'm very excited for No Mercy, to be fair. I can like both. I can be greedy. I can be indulgent. But Jay got a mic. He's walking out. Eddie Kingston versus Rocky Romero. The Acclaim versus Billy Gunn. I knew Damian would be on that. The Hardy Boys and Isaiah Cassidy. Why? My theory is that Bailey gets kicked out of the Damage Control. Loses the trust in her. Bailey wins. Keep in mind, we still have Kairi Sane hanging around out there somewhere. John Cena throwing the contract, throwing the hat, begging the big boy to get in the ring. Pause. Like how Graves compared Jay to Storm. Yeah, definitely. Up goes Solo. Super kick by Jimmy. Down goes John. All right, who saves him, folks? Who saves him? My man's missing the mains. Oh, big hip thrust in the corner. Captain America and Superman. I can be your Superman. Destroying Cena once again. We want LA. Now I kind of want Edge just to fuck with people. But yeah, LA Knight at some point. We haven't seen LA Knight at all tonight. Rumor was that he would be cleared to be here. So we don't know how true that is. We're not there doing the testing. So I have no idea what his prognosis is right now. John Cena's partner is Dabba-Kato. Let's go. Johnny Gargano. It'd be awesome to see Cena in War Games match. I would be shocked at this point in history. But Solo going up to the top. John Cena spread out on a table. And here he comes. LA Knight in the house. About to save John Cena, as we knew. Not a very well-kept secret, but this was supposed to happen last week. And LA clearing out the bloodline right now. Big pop for LA. He punches like The Rock. That's funny. Big neck breaker. Big pop from the crowd. Yeah. We talked about this. It's like permanent. Can't get it off him. Yeah, there's a lot of potential there. And we saw, Shawn Michaels' sentiment about CM Punk, and I think a lot of people feel that way.
Speaking of bananas, let me talk to you.
This crowd will go bananas if LA Knight comes out. They did go bananas because he did come out, Nick. LA Knight in the house.
This is the rub upon rubs pause.
Rub pum pum.
All right. So I say my yeah for you.
He signs his name. John Cena acting shocked. You're a terrible actor, John. What are you doing?
Peacemaker would be ashamed of your acting right now, John Cena.
So LA Knight makes it official. We're going to get John Cena, LA Knight versus the Bloodline at Fastlane. And the crowd, like my man CJ says, he is over as fuck.
Yeah, but he is also, John Cena is a terrible actor.
Oh, yeah, fuck. It was horrible. Oh, my God, he signed it. Yeah, John, we knew.
You're the only one who didn't know.
Yeah, it'd be weird if he came out and helped you and then didn't want to fight with you.
Right. Shout out, dude, though, with like the Fiend mask and like the Fiend belt in the corner there. Right. So we end it with John Cena and LA Knight in the turnbuckles. So not a bad episode of SmackDown. I think it ended the way we all anticipated it was going to end.
That's how last week was supposed to end. I don't know what they were planning to do this week, but I know that last week they were not supposed to beat John Cena for 11 minutes.
They literally beat him up, and then we're like, well, shit, we still have time. So let me beat him up some more.
No, folks, get your rating out of 10 in for SmackDown tonight. We will keep talking about SmackDown, but we are going to tune into Rampage, let you know what's going on in that regard as far as AEW, one of AEW's go-homes, I guess, the Rampage go-home for Wrestle Dream. We still have Collision tomorrow. We'll see what that brings.
Don't worry. I just tuned into TNT, and I'm just getting, the deleted scenes of you and I here of Rush Hour 3 here.
Do you understand the words that are coming out?
What about you? No, you is blind. Not you. But so we've got 7.5 out of 10, or 7.5, 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 7.5. Rush Hour 3 is funny as hell.
Right.
6 out of 10. So it seems like everybody's kind of fallen into a little pocket there.
Yeah, it seems like there's definitely an average. I'm working its way
7 out of 10. CJ whooped his ass for 11 minutes. Yeah.
They did. Poor bastard.
6 out of 10. Show flowed nicely. 6.25. 6, 7. What up, John? CJ,
I would agree with that. The show didn't drag at all for me.
So what are you giving it?
I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a solid 7. I think it did really well. I mean, it could. Oh, I still got fucking Rush Hour on my screen.
No, I got the intro video for Rampage right now.
So you're a little ahead of me this time, as always, on Rampage.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because that's what I want to be fucking.
Yeah, you're the Rampage ruler. Right.
So let me know when you get the pyro and everything.
Okay, I'm getting the outtakes right now.
All right, let me know when you get the end of the pyro and everything. But I kind of halfway want to agree with you. I wanted to be difficult. I wanted to be different, but I kind of agree with you. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It was kind of, yeah, like I could see a 6.5.
Yeah,
I could see that. I wouldn't be mad at it. I'll go with you on a 7.
I got Pyro.
And I paused because I know I'm towards the end.
There we go. We got Flames and Pyro, Rampage kicking off. I was expecting a bigger pop. I mean, from where I was sitting, it was huge, dude. I don't know if anyone else out there, fact checkers, if you want to support that. Yeah, I mean, if somebody said 6 out of 10, I'd get it. I'm okay with that. Somebody wants to go as high as 8, it might be a bit of a reach for me, but I think overall the show did not feel long. It did not drag. Matches were
6 is a bit low. I'd go 6.5, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
I low-key wanted Orton. I wanted Edge just to have everybody in AEW go, oh.
Damn it! We can't rely on Meltzer. No shit.
And we got the Hardy Boys coming out with Isaiah, which I don't know how he fits in this anymore, but whatever.
I don't know how Matt Hardy fits in this anymore. Like, I don't, at this point, like, that's when everybody like, oh, well, Edge is going to go to AEW so he can have a feud with Matt Hardy and Edge right now.
Well, that's it. You want to see Edge and Christian versus the Hardys in 2023? Maybe not.
No, you wanted to see them in 2003, and now everyone's just like, well, what would happen if they did it 20 years later? It'd be bad. It'd be really fucking bad.
Not what you're looking for.
These are not the matches, not the fantasy booking you are looking for.
Right. And here come the Acclaimed. Yo, listen. Got to leave these dudes up.
You know, we come in like the Colorado Buffalo. What? They just took a serious L, my guy. What is you saying?
Uh-huh. Well, they're in Colorado, so they're sucking up.
Yeah, but in all the you set me up for way too many things. They're sucking up in all the wrong ways.
Knight is taking this push and absolutely running with it. He is the top baby face right now. I'd say he is the top baby face in the company. He gets a bigger pop than anybody. There's less apprehension for LA Knight than there is for Cody. I like it.
The equivalent to the Rock's promo when he showed up on SmackDown was when LA Knight mentioned about challenging Roman. And that fucking says something, that it's even in that conversation.
Right. Dale going 7. I like it. Whooped his ass for 11 minutes. He did 7.5, 7, 6, 6, 7.5. So everyone's kind of in the ballpark. They get a solid B minus C tonight.
Yeah, you worked somewhere between a C and a B minus. Yeah,
right. Like a good try, not bad, not terrible. Fastlane still has some building to do. So
you did enough to pass, but not enough to fail.
Didn't seem right. LA Knight and Cena don't seem right. What don't you like about it? I thought it fit pretty good. Like just
it's a passing of the guard. I feel
a little bit. I think I think they fit personality wise.
I just want to touch on this. Can you believe we were watching Hardy Boys and Billy Gunn when we were teenage boys? Pause on that statement, but also at the same time, yeah, like the fact that people we grew up watching and thinking they were old as shit still doing it right now.
I didn't think I'd still be watching Jericho in 2023 in main event spots.
I almost feel like I want to say I didn't think I'd be watching Jericho in 2003.
Personally, the only thing that makes sense to me is Jey Uso and Cena. In this current climate, I don't think so. I mean,
no.
It would have been nice once upon a time, but it's not there right now.
I think there's a lot more depth in storytelling across the board. It's not the super prominent story like when Roman shows up, but I think there's a lot more like what Hunter's talked about building is depth.
Right. 6.25 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8.5, 6. Oh my God. Everyone kind of feeling the same way. John going 8.5, going a little high. F Meltzer, okay. We acclaimed.
Right.
Acclaimed isn't as hot as they used to be, Nick. I think they burned them out. And I called it.
You haven't been a fan since they took the belts off of, was the FTR?
Yeah, they beat when they
it was
Swerve and Lee. Yeah, because Tony listened to the Twitter crowd. And what he did
That's all he does.
Yeah, I mean, so he set them on fire, which, I mean, they were hot. But you let them be hot, and you let them build, and you have people, you want people chiming about them getting that title shot. And I think they could have stretched it out longer and made them chase. They were uber over, and then they got the belts. Now they're trios champions. They still get a decent pop, but as a tag team, I mean, they had money in the bank there, and then they kind of, to me, the Acclaimed is the tag team version of Wardlow.
Fair enough. I'm just out here. I'm sorry. I look like I'm, staring at a fucking zoo exhibit because I'm trying to figure out what is going on with Billy Gunn's neck.
What is happening?
Outside of we getting a suck it, delete taunt off, we're like watching two like little brothers sit there and go like, I can taunt and get my special quicker than you can taunt and get your special. Billy Gunn's out here looking like he's wearing like a fruit roll up fucking choker or something like, or either that or like they reattached his skull, like his head to the rest of his body because he's just got a weird red line around his neck here.
Oh,
and it's throwing me off.
Ew. Here's a question for everybody: who's going to be in better shape at the age of 80? Vince McMahon or Billy Gunn?
I would put my money
when
on
they
Billy
both
Gunn.
hit 80. I know they're not the same age. What?
I would still put my money on Billy Gunn.
Billy Gunn
could be at all. I was about to say something and don't want to say it, but respectfully, Billy Gunn could be a corpse and still probably be in better shape than Vince McMahon.
Well, Vince was jacked. I mean, the fact that he still works out the way
steroids were a thing, my guy.
Well, I mean,
let's keep it a buck.
78-year-old man getting up and doing 3 a.m. workouts is not what I'm about. So, I mean, I give the man credit.
When you get stuck in your ass with a fucking bunch of fucking horse testosterone and everything, you're gonna wake up at fucking 3 a.m. too.
Are we implying that it might not like Billy's au natural?
Oh no, but I think it's much more clear and more obvious that Vince is on the juice.
No, he definitely on something. But I mean, as you get older,
Vince was on the juice more than O.J. Simpson
and the Cassidy. It was a C+ or B-. There you go. I think we're all in line with that. That sounds fair.
Fair enough.
They just have to make Rampage a live show. It's so dumb that they have title matches on damn dark show. I mean, just get rid of it.
No, they just need to give a shit about it. Before we worry about making it live, you need to give a shit.
It should be Ring of Honor Rampage. Let's go. Especially
it's
with
so
Eddie as champion.
That we got rid of Dark and we got rid of Dark Elevation, and they just became like Ring of Honor and Rampage Elevation.
Listen, I started out watching. I got the Honor Club. I started watching Ring of Honor. I was excited for the relaunch of it. And when they announced that they were getting rid of Dark and Elevation, Ring of Honor started becoming Ring of Honor Dark. And it bothers me because there's so much rich history with Ring of Honor. It's unfortunate to see what it's become.
Oh, absolutely. I saw that. That's what I was popping for.
Danielson versus Zach should be the main event on the pay-per-view, period. I agree. I've heard others, including you, say otherwise, but I don't agree.
Well, no, we even said in our predictions when it was the four of us that honestly Swerve and Hangman kind of feels more like the main event because I feel like there's more involved in it, though. Like
more build to it.
Well, it's more of there's more consequence to it. If Danielson loses to Zack Sabre, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, but my only argument is, to me, Swerve and Hangman at this point, that's a mid-show match. That's your middle card contenders. There's no belt, no nothing.
You really think Swerve right now is if you took him and switched him companies, he's mid card? I could give you.
He'd be lower on the ranks in WWE. They've already proven that.
The Swerve that we have right now, which by the way,
they had him. They let him go.
Let's all keep in mind this is in Swerve's hometown, so we're about to have Hangman Page, your top babyface in AEW, that's about to get booed the entire match while they cheer your top heel.
They don't plan this shit out very well, but yeah, no, I think name value alone, Daniel Bryan is a more marquee guy. I wish, to be honest, if you're gonna have this big pay-per-view, that one of your titles would, like one of your main titles would be defended. But yeah, I mean, right now, Adam Page and Swerve are not heavyweight. They're not in that.
As a tribute to Inoki, this should be much more like closer to a Forbidden Door than what it is.
We barely even mentioned fucking Inoki heading into any of this.
Yeah,
it's been unfortunate because
I like how other people are like, "Is this match Inoki's dream? Is that match Inoki's dream?"
Yeah, he was a big fan of Ricky Starks and fucking.
Yeah, he just was dying to see Julia Hart versus Statlander.
Yeah, so I mean, as much as I said, like I'm excited about Wrestle Dream, I am, but it does lack like those main event matches. You got Kenny and Osprey in a 6-man again, Bryan and Sabre just because of it's every Uber fan's dream. And for me, Page and Swerve. Yeah, they're going to have a good match, but that shouldn't be your main event at your pay-per-view.
I think it's arguable that match or the 2 out of 3 falls between Darby and Christian is going to be the best match of the night. As we had a Whisper in the Wind, we had now a Twist of Fate as Jeff Hardy's going up for the Swanton Bomb on Billy Gunn. And how many times has Billy Gunn taken a Swanton Bomb from Jeff Hardy at this point? For a 2 count.
Oh, he broke it up.
I'll say this. As far as in ring, as far as watching a super technical match or anything like that, like Smart Mark, tickle the, button here. Wrestle Dream is what I'm looking forward to as far as storyline and compelling and selling me from bell ring to bell ring. No Mercy has it.
Yeah. Yep.
In spades.
Yeah, it's like the sweet and sour. One night we're gonna get a little sweet, and the next night we're gonna get a little sour.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, I just wish like if FTR was in a marquee storyline like they had with, like if it was FTR versus the Bullet Club Gold main event of Wrestle Dream, I'd be thrilled. If it was MJF versus fucking anybody, I'd be thrilled. MJF's gonna be in a fucking. They might actually put that in the main event and wait for like the main event would be the revealing of the devil.
No, you're putting the cart so far before the horse here. If they do that, it's one of those of let the story build. This has been your biggest captivating thing. Don't give it away out the gate.
Oh, they're gonna.
Oh, I know. That's why everybody's expecting this to be this fucking gigantic thing. That's why, like, this is the dawning of a new era, which means he bought New Japan. It's like, no, he's just going to announce we have a streaming service now.
Yeah.
Now, I tell you on Wrestle Dream that he's got an announcement for Dynamite.
Yeah, probably. Now, if he was smart, I mean, now that everyone's really kind of, oh, shit, it's over. And still,
don't worry, I like that. That's the only sentence that you could get out. Now, if he was smart,
if he was smart,
and sentence, and
like, you see how much buzz is around. Oh my God, who is it? I'd have them keep showing up in the mask and the black hoods, and keep beating people up, and keep having people guess,
and you keep changing what they look like too.
Yeah, keep using different guys. Fuck everybody else. Wait, this one has boobs. What's happening?
This is a 7-foot black man.
Almost.
Shaq is the devil.
Oh, Eddie on the screen.
Well, with enough fucking rosaries and crucifixes to fucking ward off any devil, I can tell you that.
Right.
This man,
I almost spit my drink all over me because I had the thought of, yeah, he ain't the devil.
No, 100%. Oh, don't you do this. Don't you do this. As we have TNA 2007 show up and interrupt Eddie Kingston. And literally my brain started short circuit in the middle of saying that sentence of just, no, we don't complete this. We're done here. We back it up. Game over.
Bro, Now, Eddie Kingston versus Jay Lethal without anyone else in this picture being involved is great. But Eddie Kingston versus anybody in this faction is a waste of fucking time. And again, Jeff Jarrett was hired to work backstage. He lost a match that said we'd stop seeing him on TV. This needs to stop.
Can I just say on a side note, on a personal note, that it's fitting that Karen Angle is wearing a fucking aluminum foil looking ass outfit because she looks like if you fucking
she looked like she would bake.
She looks like if you overbake a fucking potato.
Somebody baked that fucking potato.
Exactly, 100%. She looks. All she's missing is the blonde hair, and she looks like the fucking drummer from the Muppets.
She looks like the mom from There's Something About Mary.
I was about to say something really bad.
That's not hair gel. Eddie, why is Karen talking? Why is Karen on my TV? Why is this happening? And listen, AEW face.
Why is Karen?
Listen, when Tony Khan says shit like I need tinfoil hat if I'm criticizing, you can fuck right off with this shit. Like,
don't worry, Karen Jarrett just wore it as a fucking outfit there.
Yeah, right? She wearing the
Karen Jenner just wore that as an outfit.
Every show. How old is Jeff Jarrett? Fucking 58, 59, 62? What is he?
Ancient.
Oh. And again, you have talent not being used. He
was signed as a backstage talent.
I can think of 45 names off the top of my head that would be a better opponent than anybody involved in that faction. That faction is mind-numbing.
Remember when everyone lost their mind and thought it was really interesting and really unique that they were going to have Adam Pearce, who was signed as a backstage talent and everything, was going to challenge, Roman Reigns in a match, and then he had to fucking circumvent and, hightail his way out of there. Jeff Jarrett was signed as a backstage talent and has done anything and everything to put himself in front of a fucking camera.
Sorry. I read something that disturbed me deeply in addition to being disturbed. The Acclaimed and Billy Gunn versus TMDK for the Trios Championship at Wrestle Dream. So he tacked on another match. Stop it.
Wait, what?
Just
Is that a thing? Is that an actual thing?
They didn't know, how did we even get there?
Because Tony Khan. He's like, well, I've got 75 of you under contract, so at least 10 of you are gonna work.
Yeah, but fuck, I was just saying that about the other people he has. There is a list of people that we aren't seeing that we could get more out of. It's the purest of pure. If you're a diehard AEW fan, if you're wearing fucking AEW,
if you still exist, if you are still out there,
they are, and they're tribal to the core. But
if you're not feral, if you're not fucking rabid,
right? Are you honestly thrilled that you're seeing Jeff Jarrett and Chris Jericho and guys like that all up and down your show, up in all your shit, constantly on the promos,
in the video?
There you go. Fuck, it bothers me. I'm a fan. Get them off my fucking TV. Have Eddie fight somebody interesting.
But that's the thing, and I feel like it's the weird part with this, as Gilly's talking about something, Bonkers is saying it's on 0 Hour. I haven't seen it confirmed. Brandon's saying he's 56.
56. The young, hip, independent, up and coming.
Yeah. Hello, fellow. Hello, fellow wrestlers.
Right.
But I think, could AW just be their fucking blazing their trail, they're establishing their niche, as bad as it may be, and you're going to start seeing people come off the ship fucking quicker than a hiccup. But this is what they're going to just be. This is this is them. They got rid of the big bad boogeyman of CM Punk.
Yeah,
this should be all sunshine and sparkles right now, and it's instead it's turds and douche sandwiches.
Yeah, it's funny because I just got a graphic ad for HBO Max.
I just saw that too.
Then we got Andrade, who's going to take on Juice Robinson tomorrow. So you're saying essentially, have they hit their ceiling?
He's about to just wipe that whole little fucking Band-Aid off. He's like, I can't move, I can't rub my face too much.
Right.
Take it off.
Sour cream on that potato. Ooh, bro. I didn't mean to click that one, but damn, that was funny.
Well, no, it would be sour cream. Just saying, you can have that.
We got. I almost went me, myself, and Irene with it, and it's sourdough.
I got someone up here with a fallopian fungus and bringing a good level of sourdough.
I stopped myself.
I didn't. Congratulations. Nice to meet you.
I gotta stop saying shit like that out loud.
Exactly.
Hi there, guys. Hi.
Don't worry. There's all of 3 people celebrating in the ring right now, or in the crowd right now, for the fact that Rocky Romero is coming out.
Mm-hmm. Miro's in the middle of a domestic dispute with CJ Perry, which I think is ruining Miro. Andrade's been used pretty good the last couple weeks. He did lose to Jay White last week, so he's going to fight Juice next week. But I think it's leading to Legato versus the Bullet Club. And there are some thoughts that might be Jose in the double mask.
That was the whole fucking adventure you just took me on through that fucking phrase. Because I literally was like, well, you're talking about Miro and CJ. The way you said it, I was like, no, that's not that. Like, that's not real, right? And then you started talking about Los Ingobernables versus the Bullet Club and everything, and they're talking about Alex in there, and I'm like, I'm just happy I followed along here.
You actually, you got most of it.
Right. That was saying, you took me on a whole adventure. I was like, I started here and I ended up over here. How did I get here?
There you go. JV's adding to speculation here.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
No, because it wasn't filmed like a telenovela. It wasn't filmed like a fucking soap opera. We didn't have fucking subtitles or anything.
Is there a potential that it could be a group of 5 people like Los Ingobernables who would ultimately...
You tried.
Los Ingobernables.
There you go.
That would kind of be disappointing. Like completely out of left field.
I think there's a short list of who it should be or who it could be. And I think if it's anyone that's not in that short list, it's disappointing.
Fair enough.
Unless it's something that none of us thought of. Like if it's fucking TK, if it's the cocaine rhinestone cowboy TK that does that, that no one else would have thought of, 100%, you can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at. But if it's Los Ingobernables, if it's fucking the best friends or some shit,
it's like, OC and the best friends.
If it's OC under the fucking devil mask, like, all right, so I give up. I tap out. We've reached the point of saturation here.
Ricky Romero and Eddie Kingston are in the ring, folks. Please, no spoilers for anybody tuning in. I do not know who wins this match, so I do not want to hear it.
Don't worry, because KJ doesn't even know the names of people in this match because it's Rocky Romero instead of Ricky Romero.
Did I say Ricky?
Yes, you did.
Ricky!
So that's why I was like, don't worry, don't spoil anything because KJ won't even know who you're talking about.
I always call him Ricky.
Just like when Ricky got hit.
Big fan of Ricky Romero.
Or actually, Hurricane Rana as dumps out Eddie on the outside as Rocky Tope. And Eddie has to no sell because he just barely made the tope.
At least he no sold it.
Really he's still double no selling topes. So we're getting number 3.
There we go.
Oh, and he cut.
Oh,
he no sold the third one even worse and even less than he sold the first one.
He no sold it into a suplex
on the outside.
Absolutely. Excalibur said it. In all fairness, Bonkers, part of the reason why we do what we do is so we don't have to listen to guys like Excalibur because I can't do it. It hurts.
We're better than them. That's why.
My freaking ears.
Don't know. I am not Rod or Todd to you. So 100%. No,
hey,
we just do
us,
because we're better.
You're
than
definitely the Rod.
Pause.
My freaking ears.
But I'm interested. I almost want to take an over-under of how many times do we get the back and forth chop spot or strike spot on Wrestle Dream. How many matches do we have? We have
12.
We have 10 matches. I'll say
11.
Well, at least right now, what I've got an advertised 10. Even if we have 11, I'll still say 7. 7 the line. We get 7 matches that do that back and forth.
Oh, just how many matches do it, or how many times it happens?
How many matches? I think how many times is a different statement, but how many matches do the back and forth?
Yeah,
like the spot that used to be cool, and now it's just like, just get the fuck over with it.
Yeah, I could see it like literally multiple times in a bunch of matches. 7's a solid one. Oh, if I'm gonna go over, but if it's over, it's not a good thing.
Fair enough. Well, shout out the Wendy's commercial that shows the chick in the front seat with the fucking MJF scarf on.
I
like how maybe it's just giving you the fucking phonetic version,
right?
This is how you say.
Who owns the Chiefs? AEW are hypocrites. Expand on that. I'm curious.
No, but it's still an accurate statement, but still expand. Show your work.
In some ways they are, and I think this ties back into this.
What do you mean in some ways?
Well, they're not completely
in all the ways.
Well, I'm not going to bury all of them yet.
I will.
I'll leave them with a hand up. This is why I've been calling AEW WWE 2.0. It's all right. Ingranables, WWE, that's all the same shit. 2.0, KJ and Big Nick. If we're lucky, we might get one match a week that doesn't have a WWE cast off in it. They are hypocrites. Okay, see.
But also, though, at the same time, is it a bit of a thing of WWE has signed so many people and had so many people through that system? Technically, everybody's a WWE fucking cast off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. And again, I think it goes back to me saying, like, Tony, just say less. Because when you say things out loud, like, oh, we're going to do this or we're going to do that, people remember you say that thing. So when you go,
people don't forget.
Yeah, when you say, oh, we're not just going to sign all the WWE, we're not Eric Bischoff, man, you might be.
That's why I'm still, Vince Russo is praying to whatever deity he believes right now that Tony Khan books himself right now in AEW, because he's like, you know what, bro, you will get me off the hook of being the worst booker, bro, in pro wrestling, bro. You have to include that many bros.
I love that
Vince Russo.
Right.
If Tony Khan, as much as I would like it now at this point, if he's the one under the mask, it's the end of times are the blurst of times, 100%.
At first you don't succeed, pause and pause again. Dust yourself off and pause again.
If you don't understand the pause reference, just say pause multiple times and you might figure it out.
If I use it in all the places.
If I use it all the time, I'm going to be right some of the time.
11 matches.
He's fucking Brick Tamlin there of, they say 60% of the time it works 100% of the time. That doesn't make sense.
Your best friend has another one for you.
Well, what the fuck? Why?
Shut up, big dog. We love you.
You can have that. I don't give a shit if you mad at it. What the hell is Nick seeing a chicken wearing an MJF scarf? What are you talking about with a chicken?
I think you said chick in.
I said chick in a car.
He's watching Family Guy.
You're fucking hungry as shit. You got the munchies out there saying, picturing a chicken wearing an MJF scarf.
Big dog needs some McNuggets.
Oh,
we got the rapid fire chops.
That doesn't count towards it though.
Right? No. Where was JV? JV made a comment about Ricky B.
I like El Pollo Loco.
Pollo Loco. I love it. Sorry.
You guys should respect AW a little bit more.
Shouldn't do shit.
Facts. And also, let's go back to when we started off the show to where we spent almost a half hour talking about AW, and we had people that were saying we're talking about AW too much. Just saying. So
we actually went out of our way
to take a sample
out.
size and act like it. Don't extrapolate it to the whole fucking thing, my guy. It offers wrestlers a good place. No one said it doesn't.
That's all right.
Land and still make top pay.
Hey, so do fucking shelters, but you don't want to stay there forever.
Oh, you said that.
So no, I mean, again, we go both ways on it, guys. We just call it the way we see it.
Oh,
and again, we spend a lot of positives talking about this company in a very good light. Every time we go the negative route, somebody is like, "Oh, I can't believe you do that."
I like what has presented as Rocky taps out to
it's over.
But I like that it has provided a fucking platform for who it has and everything. It's just still at the same time, it is still mismanaged. It is still misbooked. It is still poorly handled. And especially when you want to constantly claim yourself as the top or very clearly the second top, and you're having a hard time competing with Impact and NXT.
Rather be a second top than a bottom, I guess.
Well, pause. Yeah, you can have that.
No, but I think at the end of the day, I mean, it's fine. And again, we see the positives in AEW. I think we're just pushing them to just fine tune their shit, get out of their own way, stop tripping over your own shoelaces.
Well, then Gilly instantly. It wasn't meant for Nick and KJ, the general.
We respond to everything.
Right. 100%. You can have that. That's even what I'm mad at.
Right. And I just think the unfortunate part, like, and when we try and pull out the AEW positives, because again, there are more WWE fans than AEW fans, which is fact. Oh, ciabatta!
We went to Panera and got ourselves a ciabatta. Nothing. I can't get nothing for that.
You got a little smile. You got a great.
Moving on. No, so.
You had me think. It made me actually think about Panera.
That's how you know the munchies be fucking them up.
No shit, man. Been on here for 3 hours. I need a snack. Good match between Eddie Kingston and Rocky. Yeah, it was pretty good. I'll be honest. Will I remember it next week? Maybe not, but it was good.
I just it was Cornette who said it, and I heard him say it earlier today. To where Kyle Fletcher looks like the fucking delinquent nephew of Mark Davis as their tag team, and I was like, now I can't unsee it because it really does kind of fit.
It broke me. Aussie Open.
Kyle Fletcher has like that UK syndrome of it looks like he's got more teeth than mouth. Of like it's fighting for space.
Right. There's too many of us in here.
Right. He's got the reverse. Why am I blanking on his fucking name here from fucking Queen? I sound like a terrible human being here. Lead singer Queen. Why am I blanking?
Oh, Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury. Yeah, he has like that kind of thing of he's got more teeth than fucking mouth of the.
Right. Even rats jump off a sinking ship. So yeah, he's related to Cody, by the way, JV. They're brothers from a different mother.
Who?
I was just joking about Rocky because he said he was.
Oh. Well, I was going to make the joke of, well, rats jumping off a sinking ship. Then why does it seem like people are joining AEW?
No, but I think it was implying like the good people will be bounced. I don't. Yeah, well, no, I have no idea.
Think about it. You've had arguably your top male superstar and your top female superstar leave your company for the other competition.
Yeah,
and I'm made into fucking millions.
And I've been an advocate for a long time of CM Punk going to WWE, and I think more now than ever, it's a high possibility. I think he'll be motivated to prove a point. I think they see the money in him. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, fuck, move NXT to Wednesdays and make Punk the NXT champion.
Bro, when did you become developmental talent? A fucking job squad guy on Rampage.
Who is this?
Caleb Crush and Whoever, it looks like short ass lumberjack KJ.
Yeah, my fucking cousin Caleb.
He's about to get fucking owned by the righteous right now.
Dutch not having any of this. Vince doesn't even leave the ring. Fuck the rules. Dark Aussie looks like they could be light Aussie dad.
What?
Oh, I get it. It took me a second to kind of figure it out, but
that's
I guess
fine. I still don't.
You kind of said what you said differently.
As Dutch just fucking black hole slammed.
Right.
Good old local enhancement.
Right. Now, I don't mind this, going into a pay-per-view. You don't know a lot about the righteous on your main programming. You haven't used them a lot. You're giving them a couple promos. So bring them out, give them a squash match, let them look badass, let them show everybody their vibe.
Is the righteous though still not kind of like a Wyndham, like an Uncle Howdy tribute act? I feel.
I mean, yeah and no. I mean, if I hadn't watched Vincent for so long and known what Vincent and Dutch had done previously, I mean, yeah, probably. But I just feel like
when Vincent was a prominent member of the Kingdom, by the way.
True, and he used to come out. I remember I just liked him because he came out with balloons. I was like, that's good. He was creepy as shit.
You just like Canada.
How did we get there? Balloons.
Oh, I thought you said loons. I missed the ba part.
That's racist.
Who? Canadians?
Yeah. Damn it.
You're not a race. You're a country.
Mark Davis looks like he fits the description of every bar creep. Oh, that's not nice. Like the FBI.
I want to see the Butcher versus Mark Davis in a mustache off.
Yeah, no, if you watch any documentary when they show footage from the 80s cops, they all look like Mark Davis.
Yeah, yeah, they 100% have that same style.
Aussie Open probably win. Okay.
No.
This match,
yes, but
sorry. No. Yeah, no. Do you think they could win at the pay-per-view? I know we all picked FTR unanimously, but
I literally couldn't finish asking predictions before people were saying that FTR won. So yeah. I think that says enough right there.
Yeah, I mean, again, the conspiracy theories will come out strong of like, yeah, Punk's gone now, so the Aussie Open gets the belt.
So they can then what? Drop it to the Young Bucks.
Ooh, Young Bucks are going to be number one contender soon.
No, they ain't. They just won the fucking trios belts. If they win the trios belts and then turn around and win a number one contendership for the tag belts, that's the thing, is you're fulfilling the prophecy of you being the ultimate douchebags.
Because you know what happens. Okay, we went under at Wembley, but we'll get our belts back. Don't worry.
But you would tune so many people out at that point, though. Like, you really would have to, you would boil it down to the bare bones of you are ride or die AEW if you stand with that.
I don't think they feel that way. That's the funniest part. I think you and I agree with that.
Blissfully ignorant is a problem, though.
Right? Like, that's 100% it. Ignorance is bliss. And right now they're fucking just living the dream.
Yeah, Tony just keeps saying ignorance is powder. So,
accusations. If Edge goes to AEW, WWE should get Punk. Tit for tat.
Trade.
What's a bigger deal? AEW getting Edge or Punk going to WWE? What's bigger? It's tough.
Depends on, honestly, it depends on how they play out.
Yeah.
Because if Punk shows up and he cuts a promo and that's it, or he gets banged up or whatever, it's a big, huge moment. That's it. If Edge is there and he can still go and still have a few matches, like if we got MJF versus Edge.
That's a pretty big deal.
For the world title. Edge would put him over like a fucking $1 million. So that's the thing, is Edge is still way more capable in the ring. Punk's the way more bigger name if he jumps. Like if you have CM Punk walk out on a Monday Night Raw, see if you don't announce it, anything, you somehow manage to fly so underneath the radar. And then all of a sudden, it's a Monday Night Raw. It's start off the 10 o'clock hour, and you hear, "Look in my eyes." What do you? The fucking place comes unglued.
Yeah, I hope it happens at
I would say bigger pop than the one that Rock showed up.
I think so. Par. He's in store for a huge pop. We saw what it was like when he returned to wrestling. Never mind when he just fucking, if he returns home per se. And I know people are going to argue, well, that was in it. He didn't like it. Ring of Honor is his home. Well, he's not going to fucking Ring of Honor anytime soon. So to return back to WWE and some potential of the glory that maybe he didn't have last time, the place is gonna come on.
Well, we've seen the potential. We talked about it. Even Cornette turned around and talked about it. Of you could get some amalgamation, however you want to work it across both nights of WrestleMania 40, to where you got CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, and Dwayne versus Roman Reigns, or even could you imagine you get Dwayne versus Cody Rhodes and CM Punk versus Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
There's that whole little scramble right there is so just a license to print money.
And even if you went the other way, said, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna, like, The Rock's not gonna come, we can't make it work, the writers went back, he's got a movie, and you still swing like a Punk fucking, if you had Punk Roman, it works. If you have Punk Cody, it works. If you have Punk Seth, it works. That's huge. Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that the crowd's a little bit split on it, right? Like Punk to WWE is bigger. I would argue it's the biggest draw in the world to the biggest company, but I think Edgewood might have a bigger impact for AEW as far as lifting their level. Like WWE's at a level. I don't. It's
but that's the thing though. We thought that with Danielson. We thought that with how many people. We thought that with Cole. We thought that with Jay White. Like that's the thing is as KJ takes a pause for the cause. I was going to say they've taken a pause for the cause on their fucking booking when it comes to signing. Whenever they sign and they quote unquote steal a talent, they'll make a huge pop about their debut, their arrival, everything, and they proceed to do fuck and all with them. After that, we're currently just starting to get the best Bryan Danielson in AEW, and he's been there for almost 4 fucking years. As we've got a promo from Nick Wayne, so I guess we've got it even announced for the pre-show. So on Collision, we're getting Danielson, Yuta, and FTR versus. They're fucking stacking up fucking Collision as we're getting the Gates of Agony versus Jericho and Omega. We're getting the Best Friends versus the Kingdom. We're getting Andrade versus Juice, but it looks like even on the on 0 Hour, they are announcing it right now. We're getting the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass versus TMDK. Because, hey, what do you say? I feel like we're also going to be getting Nick Wayne versus Lucha Kane, Luchasaurus. So, of course, you give TK any bit of time, and he's just going to constantly keep adding matches and adding matches. He needs someone of no, Tony, here's this amount of matches. Fucking fill it the best you can. Don't keep adding till we get to 14, 15, fucking 16 matches. Nick Wayne versus Luchasaurus Wrestling Dreams 0 Hour. Oh, I got you there. So it's gonna be on 0 Hour. So we've got at least 2 matches, if not arguably 3 matches for 0 Hour already, which is only an hour. It's just sometimes it's better to have less and more substance than do everything. As Zack Sabre Jr. is looking like he's, mad. He got upset. He got cut from, the British rendition of the Barbie movie here playing Ken. Gates of Agony doing another job. Yeah. Because they are AW going up against NXT No Mercy, but they're not. That's the thing. They're not. They're going the day after. So that whole fucking theory Oh, I get what you're saying with Stacking Collision. I'll give you that. I heard we're talking about World Wrestle Dream. But even then, you're not going to pull that, honestly. Keep it a buck. You might pull something, you might do a little bit better, but you're going against No Mercy. You're not pulling that viewership. So this is the slot you gambled with and you put yourself into. That's why I think Punk being there was a big thing. I think if maybe MGF becomes a bit more of a prominent thing, there it could help. But yeah, that's the slot that you've backed yourself into a corner. So I get that you need to really step up and go with it. But at the same time, you're not going to outdo No Mercy. As speaking of No Mercy, I have Ruby Soho coming out right now, as she came out here with Saraya as the last remaining two members of the Outcast. Speaking of two members of Outcast, Vlad.
Yeah, no shit. That'd be big boy.
Does that make me Ruby Soho?
No.
Destination unknown. Waddy.
I think that's almost the theme of most of the streams we do is Destination Unknown.
Yeah, that's true.
But here's the number one. Like, any idea what direction they go with this? Like, does Ruby win? Like, to make it really confusing? Tony Storm's not took that shit loss and she's out of the equation.
This is why I think the title picture. This is why I think it was initially, or why I say now with Statlander having the TBS title, I think that's become the title. Like, that's become the title to have. The women's world title has been slowly slid more and more to an afterthought.
Yeah, I mean, I will admit, a lot of kind of lackluster angles and stories for the women's division title. Like
if Sheeta fucking wins this to turn around and win back the belt after she just lost it, it's fucking hot potato.
And Sheeta winning makes no sense. Dude, she just got involved. She's just had a couple chances. Ruby competing as a number one contender for a belt that her friend has doesn't make a lot of sense.
Welcome to the AW Women's Division, where the matches are made up and the rules don't matter anyways.
Gosh, they canceled my favorite part of the wrestling week, which was Mark Henry. It's gone. It's gone.
Now we're just gonna have to get KJ. We'll have to put up pictures.
It's time.
Who's gonna be in the main event, and we'll just I'll dip out for a second, and then KJ will just pop up and be like, "It's time for the main event."
Man, I like those little pre-match, the pre-main event little banter between the two groups, and at times it's been funny. Like Mark just standing there holding the mic, being like,
"Yeah," to explain why they hired Mark Henry.
Well, again, why did they hire Big Show? Why did they hire Mark Henry? Why did they hire
Shows the Musty?
Yeah, that's why, right? All this money they spent on the Big Show to get one shot of him in a fucking in an inflatable floating in the water.
You know what it sounds like? You know what it sounds like?
Here it comes.
WCW.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. What's the main event? Sheeta and Ruby Soho, the number one contendership for the women's title, is on the line.
That's going to be either the new AW weekly show or when they start going to monthly pay-per-views. That's going to be added into the fucking roster there of AW disappointment.
AEW disappointment. Now, listen, Nick, when I was on my pause, I heard you talking about they're adding, here's Tony doing what Tony does. Like, that's tomorrow night on Collision, you'll add 2 more matches. And again, it's quality over quantity, and you're adding matches that don't why the fuck is Nick Wayne Luchasaurus, the former TNT champion, a match on Wrestle Dream? Has nothing to do with honoring Inoki, has nothing to do with anything. Leave it off.
Because at this point, it is literally just their Quake at the Lake. You're paying $50 for it instead of you watching it for free on TBS.
So when they started announcing matches for this, they announced, Daniel Bryan and Sabre. They announced the 6-man tag eventually. They announced, we know we're going to get Swerve and Paige, and the card sounds really solid. Then you say, oh, we're going to get Ricky and Yuta. I love Ricky. I kind of like Yuta. Now, Should they be on the pay-per-view? No. Aussie Open FTR, not a bad match. It's probably going to be a fun one. But you water down your product when you start dumping in all the extra shit. Even if it is all on 0 hour. You're tiring us out before we even get going.
Absolutely. Sorry, there's a few comments here
that
are popping me. WCW had WWE against the ropes and had Vince 1 week away from selling WWE. That's a fucking stretch and a half of a fucking statement if I've ever read one. And giving up, let's not forget, WCW won the TV ratings against Raw's War for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Very valid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Nick's reference was more to the decision making and the hot shotting opposed to how they performed.
Well, no, 100%. I think that goes hand in hand with what we've been saying this whole time of AEW has the potential to make a fucking move to be, or it had the opportunity to do something like that. That moment has ceased to be. That moment has come and passed. That moment is no longer here. AEW fans will disagree with that until they're blue in the face. But they right now just won't admit that they're number 2, so they keep trying to go at number 1. And every company, whether it be Impact, whether it be WCW, whether it be now AEW, that's done that, it's not worked out in your favor.
Oh,
speaking of not working out in your favor,
oops.
That was the red light.
Nick Wayne gets pushed more than Malachi Black, Miro, Hobbs, Jay Lethal, and so on and so forth. Nick Wayne to me is a perfect example that if you were utilizing Ring of Honor like a developmental and really had some type of feeder system, Nick Wayne would be perfect for that and allow this 18-year-old kid to develop. This tiny 18-year-old kid's probably going to beat a 6'5" guy in a dinosaur mask, but who just physically he's the size of his leg. We got to take this serious.
But see, it's so weird because to me, I like Nick Wayne a lot more in GCW than I ever have in AEW. I believed a lot more in Nick Wayne than I ever have in AEW.
Yep. They just set him up to the ring and they let him be that, like, the tiny underdog who gets whooped and then finds a way to pull it off.
When you have a light tube and a fucking, barbed wire 2x4, it's a lot easier to fucking even the playing field out a little bit.
What match? Yeah, right. What match are you looking forward to at Wrestle Dream? A lot of them.
Swerve versus Hangman.
Swerve versus Hangman. You're not looking towards Saber and Bryan?
Most looking forward to. Not what match
I didn't read the most part.
Oh no, I guess I just interpreted it. I mean, I could say then any match, but I would say most I'm looking forward to is Swerve and Hangman.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Bryan. I'm looking forward to Swerve and Hangman. I am. I think it's the best we've had. I think FTR and Aussie are going to be fun. I'm not really like that hyped about it because the build towards it. I really want Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay to be in singles matches so I can get excited about them, not with Jericho.
I think match of the night is going to be Christian versus Darby, 2 out of 3 falls.
That should be a really, really good match. Yes.
I think that will be the match that steals the show.
Right. TK doesn't care about money. He just wants his wrestling buddies to be happy.
Oh, holy! Sorry, we're getting in the women's match. Even we're getting the literally stand there and chop me, stand there and chop me.
Right? Hey, hey!
It's not even the bouye spot anymore. It's just the stand and smack each other.
Right. AEW makes too much stupid mistakes. And it boggles the mind. You know what? It's not a bad company, and Tony's not a complete. Oh, I know what you're going to say the minute I get this out of my mouth. Tony's not a complete.
The second you said complete, I was like, yes, he is. Yes, he is. I don't care what else you say. Yes, he is.
It's just not. I think the wrong factors are weighed into the decision making, and people can criticize the WWE, and I agree at some of their bullshit booking and their 50-50 booking and not making sense of things at times. But again, they're not exactly going around bragging about anything. They're just doing them.
To me, the biggest to cut you off there. To me, the biggest thing is there is no system of checks and balances there. That's the thing, is if you look at WWE, you look at anything across anything we've gotten in pro wrestling, there's at least been some form of a checks and balance of not, and in a WCW term of balance of the checkbook, but literally if you go one way, there's somebody that's going to say, no, maybe we shouldn't do that. That wouldn't really work out that well. There's none of that in AEW.
Sheeta going up the ramp with Ruby on her shoulders. I guess no count out in this particular altercation.
It's AEW where the rules are made up and the refs won't count the pinfall anyways.
Another slap spot. That was weird. She just pulled her hair, forgot to hit her. Oh, we're going to get double count out. Maybe we'll get a triple threat for the belt. Boo earns.
No, we're going to get a fatal four-way because we're going to get Tony added too.
Oh, we're at 8. The ref is actually fucking counting. Oh, the women stopped fighting to run. All right, they're back in.
9.
Big pop for them getting back into the ring. All right.
Yeah, a huge pop for an AEW official actually doing their fucking job for once.
Amen. Oh. What was that? Wrasslin tried to MK Ultra us.
What?
What are you saying, man? Are you cool, man?
You're over there. The schnozberries taste like schnozberries, as I feel like what you're over there. I'm broken about.
2 counted. Oh, all right. I hope Swerve destroys Hangman.
Yes. I was about to say, Unbroken's over there like, I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too.
Right. Oh, ref bump. Headbutt. Oh. Ruby.
He got bumped with a spray paint can, and this man is selling it like he got fucking hit in the face with barbed wire.
Why did you pin him? You knew that happened.
I show you Fenix and Moxley to where it should have been a 3 count, and the ref said 2 and said do it again.
Hey, you know what, Moxley? Take another one. I'm looking forward to Christian Darby. I agree with that. I think Christian is doing great heel work. Christian is one of the best in the entire company. Big fan of what Christian's doing.
Oh, she caught the kendo stick
right in the noodle. So she's going to be your number 1 contender.
Because concussions be damned. Concussions don't exist in AEW.
Oh, we got another ref, Aubrey.
Ron Stevens.
She'll be coming
galloping down the entranceway comes Aubrey Edwards.
Right.
Out here to ban Stevie Richards, AEW botches, and count the 1, 2, 3 for fucking Sheeta versus Ruby Soho.
Oh, Ruby staring at Sheeta as she was coming down. So obviously she was going to move. She did. Uranagi. I like Ruby, man. But that was got to sell.
Yeah, she's a great mid-carder. She's not in the way that they've booked her at all. She's not a fucking top title.
Shout out to your auntie, buddy. And
knees up. She just
and her little baby.
Who's what?
Big love.
I didn't read it, but T's and P's.
Christian Will Smith's Darby.
One of the 5 fingers head in the face.
Clap. Oh, another kick. This match just won't end. Yeah, we're there. And your new number 1 contender,
Aubrey Edwards.
Aubrey Edwards.
Taking on Karen Jarrett in Who Looks Worse match.
Oh, that cat shook the small spot like the bathroom for a few days to help it adjust. That's a very good tip. I'm broken. Edge helps out Christian, beats Darby, then Edge and Christian will do a fight. I thought about this. Could we get like a heel Edge comes out and says, "You're lucky I even showed up to this fucking place." Like Is it going to be too much of a big deal for him to, like, it'll be very hard for him to be a heel out of the gate?
Yes, I feel like I've also missed a whole other conversation if I've got Saraya out here just
Saraya versus
walking
Shida
out like a fucking belly dancer with the fucking title on.
When is this title match taking place? Is it at Wrestle Dream as well?
I don't know, and to be quite honest, I don't care.
All right, folks. That is AEW Rampage tonight. Let us know what you thought. And if you want to keep talking, let us know what's on your mind.
That's how you end the show?
That's it. That was the main event. It's a big deal.
Boo words. Boo words.
I like Shida a lot. I like
Shida. I don't like fucking Clippity Clop coming out to fucking call the fucking finish here.
What was the point of the ref bump in that match?
Fuck and all.
What was the point of it?
I believe I just answered your question. Would you like me to repeat the answer?
Yeah. No, I was just a little bit of a rhetorical echo. How is Fight Forever? I couldn't tell you. It's been sitting collecting dust for the last little bit.
I haven't played it since when I first got it, and literally had to turn off the Wi-Fi to my PlayStation, so I could not play online to get the game to play and not crash.
It's a shits and giggles game. Like there's not. It's a button smash game. So. And a lot of people predicted like it wouldn't have a lot of like repeat play, and it hasn't.
It over promised and under delivered, much like the AW All In Turnstile numbers.
The company.
Very true. I was at least trying to give it a soft landing. You just Kamehameha.
Jeff Jarrett has better storylines than Jericho and the Elite.
More, not better. Because it's halfway accurate too.
Yeah, right. It's pretty close.
It just made my brain hurt.
Calm down. Right on. That inverted star on Ruby's pant leg is bothering me. I didn't even notice, bro.
What in the? You are paying respectfully attention to the most obscure details.
Shida wins. Damien goes 4-0. Awesome Shida. Saraya versus Shida for the October 10th. Okay. Thank fuck. I'm tired of adding matches to this dream. It was all a dream.
I used to read Board Up magazine.
Later, Steve. Thank you for being here. I hope not Christian is doing such good work. He doesn't need Edge in the mix. Touche.
Ooh. I think Edge is just a straight up WWE lifer. He's like a Taker. He's something like that. He's a WWE lifer.
Mm-hmm. Right now,
what does he? Yeah. What could he do in AW outside of a payday that's going to be more memorable, more, I guess, invigorating, anything like that he couldn't do in WWE? Not saying like I know the man or anything, but still.
Everyone's just latching onto this idea that Edge really wants to do something with Christian. That's what everyone's kind of, gone all in on with this theory is that, well, Edge is free and of course he wants to work with Christian. That's all you got.
Right. That's literally so he can have another match with Matt and Jeff Hardy. I'm sure that'll fucking tear the house down. You want to know why it'll draw tickets the first time? Because of nostalgia. You want to know why it won't draw tickets the second time? Because it's just nostalgia.
Yeah. And again, you got to think about it, guys. I mean, what happens if they do become a tag team? Okay, they fight the Hardys. Maybe they'll probably go over the Hardys. But when do they have to fight the Bucks and go under the Bucks? Because, that's what the Bucks are going to want is, can we knock off another one of the best tag teams so we can continue to say we're the best tag team?
The match I would give you would be Edge and Christian versus FTR, though.
I would love that. And they're friends with FTR.
That's why I'm saying that would be a hell of a match. But that's so you've got maybe 2 matches.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I don't know. I think Edge's legacy is important to him. His decision would have to be a matter of, do I think this ends my legacy proper?
So on that note, I will actually take a quote from our homie there doing Absolutely. Because I did like at least the way that she phrased it and everything, because she pointed out of, if you're worried about Edge going to AEW is going to tarnish his legacy, then you obviously didn't think that highly of his legacy to begin with. I would say that. I just don't think he's going to do it because there's nothing there for him. There's nothing that's really going to, there's nothing there that he couldn't do in the other company.
Right. No, sorry. Right now on my screen, I have the Julia Hart, like this hype package. She looks amazing. But I do laugh because she's in the woods, but at one point the camera pans a little too far to the one side, and you can see like the park pathway. So they're like not in like they're in a public park kind of idea.
Hey, that's fine. KJ's over here, just be like, I can be my spooky full time girl.
Right. Fight Forever is the NSYNC of video games. There you go.
Because we all said bye.
Yeah, pretty much. Fight Forever should have been free to play game.
Yeah. Well, it at the very least should not have been like a $60 to $80 game. Like, and then it's if you had a wrestling base for a game and then just tried to add every other thing to it. Like, we have mini games where we've got, battle royale. We've got anything and everything you could not want in a wrestling game outside of the wrestling.
We have a Molotov cocktail.
We have an exploding ring match that it only lasts literally outside of a minute and a half.
It is ridiculous. Like, the ring blows up and then you're like, what happens? You're like, you just keep fighting.
You die. You got died.
Everyone dies, but you keep fighting. It's okay. I think Edge wants a fresh matchup and new challengers. I don't know if he wants that. I don't know if he's at that part of his career.
He's something years old.
Yeah, I think he's.
That's like saying Taker wants to fucking go roll around and be, work his way back up through the fucking NXT. Like, fuck is you talking about?
Yeah. Now, Edge knows TK will pay him whatever he wants. Now, listen, he is a money mark, and that is, I mean, if it's ridiculous, you know what, Edge, I'm going to throw a handful of million at you for 3-4 appearances. He might do it. I don't know. I don't know where his mindset is when it comes to that.
But even then, I think he's one of those guys, if you could throw fucking however much money you want at him, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but even if they do get him over to AEW.
Yeah, WWE. Oh, don't worry, you were close with Bash saying of AEW was supposed to be with the young wrestlers, not the old parts. If they get them over to WWE 2.0.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I was going to say as far as, again, you're young, hip. We're our own company, our own style, but we're going to scoop up as many. Like, I mean, you're not getting Edge in his prime. You're getting Edge with, 3/4 of his body out the door. Never mind.
Like I said, he's Steve Buscemi showing up with the skateboard on his back with the backwards ball cap and everything next to Darby and Nick Wayne. I'm saying, hello, fellow AWers.
Who's softer than Adam Page? Nobody.
The
Yeah, amen. The Edge, I think, would only go there for a big money match. Yeah, fair enough. I agree. Like a one-off, maybe. He can still go back to the dub.
He does the Jay Cargill. He does the Abe Simpson. He shows up, puts his hat on the fucking rack, and then turns around and walks.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Thank you. Bye.
Does Vince know you're still working here?
Right.
Yep. Okay. And just walks out.
Take a couple mil for a one-time appearance, and then sign his extension.
Right.
Julia Hart gets married on Friday the 13th. How appropriate. Big Nick, really? A real-life Satanist?
I didn't. Why are you blaming on me? I didn't say nothing. You're pointing the fingers at the wrong person here. There's already been enough confusion as to me and him being the same person. You ain't about to sit there and put this on me.
The one-armed man did it.
No, you literally read the wrong name.
Oh, Big Dog Inc.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
I thought you were yelling and I broke it. I was like, yeah, we'll have it.
Yeah, you're sentencing me to death.
I was like, you can have that. I thought you were fucking.
I'm over here saying that's what I'm mad at.
Yeah, my brain just dropped the dog altogether.
Just fit it together.
Edge could have went to NXT if he wanted a new challenge. Nah, again, I don't think he's at that point of his career where he wants to run around with the up and coming. Edge versus Braun Breaker.
He's at the point to where if there's a big moment and it worked for like a WrestleMania or Royal Rumble or a SummerSlam or something, you could do it. Outside of that, you can have that.
Yeah, if they say to Edge, listen, we're going to give you a WrestleMania 40 match against whoever. To me, that's more appealing than you can come out and have a match with Christian and against the Hardys.
Keyshawn, you're just trying to piss me off right now with saying Edge versus Jeff Jarrett.
Come on, man. The Elite can't even get themselves over. Such generational talents. I know it's
really in their own company, mind you.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for. No, I don't actually. They fucked it all up.
That man felt all of a millisecond of remorse.
What if Edge and Matt Cardona happens as a one-off match? Anyone? I don't see. I still think one day Matt Cardona might come back to the WWE, but Edge isn't going to the Indies for a Cardona match.
I was going to say if that happens, I don't think it's happening in AEW. I would honestly say that's more likely to happen on the Indies than AEW.
Yeah, I don't see Edge going to the Indies though and doing a show in front of like 800 people at fucking some community center. I don't see it happening.
Right. Well, KJ had a brain pause. That's what happened. I think we're about to pause and
we're about to take a
head towards the back door here.
Last call.
Blame it on Nick instead of Canada. Nice try, KJ.
Blame Big Nick.
With all the one head so full of lies.
Hey, Big Nick, knock it off. My brain did not pause. If Ed shows up, will he have his music? I think he can. I believe, his friends own the rights to it. So
no. I don't think so. I think they very much have that trademark. I don't even think he would show up as Edge. Like I said, that's why it's the joke of
he can't.
The Ledge, Adam Copeland.
Was it Sexton Beasley or whatever the fuck his old name was? What was it? Sexton Hardcastle. Beasley. My pet monster.
I honestly just threw that out there, and I feel like I'm solidly right that it's Sexton Hardcastle.
It's Hardcastle. You're 100%
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Sexton Hardcastle.
I wasn't even close. Name. Just a little bit outside.
Just a bit outside there.
Edge comes out to NSYNC.
Right, but that's why I know even when I said when we were doing our prediction show and everything like that, when it was the four of us here, I was like, on this night, I see Foggy. That's what we're gonna fucking get with Edge coming out here.
Did you enjoy Eddie Kingston's yeah, it was decent. Didn't hate it, didn't love it, won't remember it next week.
Yeah.
Last call. I'll take a Heineken. You get your own Heine. We're getting out of here.
Closing time.
There you go. See?
Lad. Hey, that's the first one of my fucking catchphrases. You managed to wait right.
If I just blew some eardrums, I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
I knew Ed stayed retired.
I'm sure Big Dog's blown some things too.
Right. I love you, but you went out on your own terms, and I respect it. There's nothing for you in AEW, and you've done it all in WWE. Thank you.
There's nothing else left to do.
Amen. I think that's a great note to kind of shut her down on. The Brood leads the Dark Order.
You have to top him going out on his Shield in Toronto.
Yeah.
Top that, and that's a hard fucking hill to climb.
And that's a big fucking sell. Again, you have to have it would have to be a big AEW show or something that pays off at a big show. Because if it's just, again, even Wrestle
he comes out of a Wrestle Dream. Cool. You're excited for 10 seconds. That's it.
You're right. Like, this is a man who's played big stadiums, played to some of the biggest crowds. He's going to go and wrestle in front of 6,000 people. And that's his lasting memory. It's a tough sell. What's up, Eric?
You're telling me the rated R superstar. The ultimate opportunist and everything like that is gonna just, show up at Wrestle Dream just for a fucking pop and a payday. Like, fuck out of here.
Smoking a pancake?
Smoking a pancake? Cigar on a waffle? Cigarette and crepe?
Well, speaking of
like and a share and a subscribe, what?
Well, speaking of smoking a snack, I think that's what's in my horizon. So, folks, we're going to put a bow on this one. We thank everybody for being here tonight. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Go check out all our links. Brand new Luna Mania t-shirt is out now. Go get that. Go show some love. Plus the I ain't mad at it t-shirt. All the We Are Live t-shirts. We got all that stuff, including the what, and we still have Cut the Shit t-shirts available.
We got all the merch for you.
We got lots. So go check all that out. We're back for No Mercy tomorrow. We're back for Wrestle Dream Sunday. Big Nick. It was a good one.
Absolutely. I think it's time to 100% roll one up, put that in rotation. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you better put that full live with it.
Thank you, folks. See you on the flip side. No Mercy tomorrow. Come back. Bye.